Curly, and Season 3 of the Divines anime finally aired its last episode this past week. And while I have a bunch of thoughts of my own, I wanted to see what you guys thought of the season so far. So, first off, we have episode 1, which was a bit of a weird one because some people actually saw this on the strategy presentation where they aired the entire episode. Of course, it's a Japanese strategy presentation, so there was no English subs, so a lot of you had to just make do with different fights translations, live translations of the episode. Then when it came for the episode to actually air officially, it didn't actually air officially on time because the, I guess, publishing company of the band that did the opening song put a copyright strike on the video, so it actually didn't air, which was really funny. It didn't air until like the next day. It sucked for me because I was trying to organize a watch party for this season, and of course this would be the first episode of the watch party, and that did not work. Anyways, once the episode finally aired, it seems like you guys were, overall, whether you watched it like 3 or 4 or 5 times, who knows, you guys seem to like this episode pretty decently. Then, sort of a continuation of episode 1, we saw there basically just setting up the deluxe and then setting up a fight between Kagetsu, the new character, who happens to be Nao's master, and then Akina. And this episode 2 was actually just the actual fight and then completing the setup for the deluxe. And you guys seem to like this one pretty decently as well. Makes sense. They were pretty decent episodes in terms of setting up what the rest of the season is going to be. Then, here's where things start getting interesting, because in episode 3, we had the first fight of the actual deluxe. And what I did is that before every episode, I would put up a poll, trying to get you guys to predict who would win the fight based on which fight was going to happen, thanks to the preview from the previous fight. And I tried to do these, later on I got it a little bit better, but I tried to do these before the episode aired, like on Thursdays in the morning. This one I aired, this one I put up like a little bit before the episode aired, so I feel like most of you probably voted after watching the episode. All that to say is only the real ones were here before the episode aired. That said, for the actual episode itself, I think this is the episode that you guys like the most, giving you like an 84%. I won't do crazy statistics and base it on the number of votes, but just in terms of percentage, this seemed to be the episode that you guys liked the most, which is fair. It was a very good, strong, solid episode. Mita had a good showing. You got to see the tree for people that like trees, but Sakura looked great, and everything looked pretty good this episode, right? So can't say I disagree. Then we had the controversial, I want to say, episode 4, right? And this one was going to have Suzune, the brand new character, and Senka. So, most of you voted for Suzune, which I did look at these polls generally before the episode aired, so I have a good understanding of how it was before the episode and after the episode. People, whatever reason, want to come in and vote after that, right? Or they just see it afterwards. And understandably, Senka was a bit of the underdog here. Mainly because a thread that we're going to see throughout the entire season basically is, we got to showcase this new deck, right? So the new deck kind of has priority over the older deck. And that ended up being kind of the case with Suzune showing off her new deck, Artisaria, which unveiled the lock mechanic coming to Lyrical Monasterio, much to the Vanguard community's complete meltdown, which may be why some of you didn't like this episode as much, but still nothing too crazy, with a lot of people just not liking that lock was back. Some people liking that lock was back. Some people thinking that lock was gonna end all of Vanguard again. Some people just hating women and upset that they have to deal with Lyrical Monasterio having their favorite mechanic. But other than that, it was an alright episode. It was pretty hyped to see Locke, even as I am Locke's biggest hater. It was a pretty fun episode, at least for me to watch. And this is also extremely true. Then we have ourselves here the very sort of tipping point, I feel like, for the season for most people, where we had Kyon versus Akina, a fight that we did not get last season, and we felt that the entire season would have ended up being, but they actually threw a curveball at us that last season, right? So here we actually get that fated showdown between the fated king and the destined king, with the vast majority of you thinking Akina was going to win, and that ended up being the case, with Kyon putting up a decent fight, but not being able to get the dub. And most of you, liked this episode pretty decently. I think it was a fair enough episode aside from Kyon losing, but overall I think it was pretty well constructed. It is ironically two of the best decks in that format at the time, minus, I guess, if you consider it set 6 and not set 7, considering set 7 wasn't out, but whatever. It was a good episode. It's fun to watch, and two characters are always good to see on screen. Though it is kind of silly how Kyon just refuses to use one of his best cards. Then, this one was the one that you guys were the most split on, I think. This one and a future one. Because next, for episode, I believe, 6, we had Now versus Erica. Two very, very popular characters for many players, and you guys were like almost split down the middle. I think before the episode aired, it was a lot closer. It was like 53 to now or something like that. But yeah, this one was a bit of a controversial one, I guess. A lot of people weren't too happy about this. Some people were. It was a whole mixed bag, because a lot of people, I feel like, throughout this season just really wanted Erica, or more specifically, not even wanted, expected Erica to do exceptionally well this season because of some underlying factors, such as the fact that she's in the entirety of the ending song and it features literally just her. So, fair play. I can understand why you think she'd have an important role this season, or I guess more specifically the next season. But unfortunately, most of y'all were wrong because Now did end up winning this. And overall, most of you seem to like this episode decently well. I think it was a fun episode. It was a bit of a shame that Liel or Morta didn't really get any crazy support out of this fight, but at the same time, neither did Varga. So it was, it was an interesting fight where I guess they sort of showed off the new support, but it was kind of underwhelming. So it's more reliant on the strength of the characters and on the actual cards that were played. I do feel that it did do a good job of characterizing both of these, characters, right? Because Erica is in a weird spot where she kind of has to, one, develop as a character that really hasn't had a lot of screen time, but also, two, develop as a character that has a literal clone of her running around in the world. So she has to find a way to, stand out on top of all of that. And I feel like this episode did a pretty good job of, introducing us a little bit more into who she is, her motivations and whatnot, and kind of doing the same thing for Now as well. Of course, this episode also was the one that ended up off-screening a couple of characters, which was a bit of a shock when that happened. And I sort of poked fun at this, making 2 polls, even though we already knew who the winner were. Some of y'all understood the assignment. Some of y'all did not, but that is totally fine. This was pretty funny either way. But we ended up seeing Megami lose to Sho, and then seeing Haika lose to Kagetsu. Off screen, we just see the results of that fight, which, is kind of interesting because this season was, I'll get into it in a little bit here, but I'll have a future video that goes into more detail. But this season of the Deluxe was leaps and bounds way better than the previous season, especially in terms of what they do off screen and on screen too. I think they did an exceptional job at that. But I've learned through this season that I feel like no matter what, people will be unhappy no matter what happens. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Hope you guys are doing well on this Tuesday. I have to really quickly check the audio levels because I've been going back to some of the streams and the audio has not been as good as I wanted, or the audio levels I should say, for recording that video today. You don't know that? I could have recorded it 2 days ago and I just didn't shower. You ever consider that? No, you didn't. I play card games. You don't know if I shower. No, yeah, I recorded that earlier today. And I specifically edited 10 minutes of it so I can show it on stream. But let me see what this sounds like. Yeah, because the music is like obnoxiously low, and it pisses me off. Because like I'll switch to something else and it'll be loud as fuck. But now it's like, oh, okay, I'll just be, you know, fucking annoying. I'll be medium level, people. Okay. You're eating beef noodle soup. That is something I never thought existed, but okay. The guy who kind of doesn't want to shower. Wow, unbelievable. I'll have you guys know, I've showered quite a lot. Especially recently, I have showered. Thank you very much. If I finish shower, I was gonna subscribe from both channels. Wow, damn, no, I do indeed shower. I didn't shower today yet, but I did shower yesterday. And the day before that. And the day before that. And I'll probably shower after this due to social bullying. What's the word? Peer pressure? But Curly Shirley ran into the back after someone said that they never saw you wear the shirt. Sir Dominance. Yes, exactly. Oh, it's funny. I went through so many shirts for that video because I had to find a shirt that made me look like not a beached whale, but also could not be green or like yellow because of the green screen. And it has to be like a decent color that I stand out. Spoiler alert, there's another video coming in the future that has green screen and I'm wearing a red shirt, but a different one. But red seems to be the best color for that. Hey Mona, how's it going? I got my affiliates and now I have the challenge. I have the challenge of figuring out what to fit it into Bloodmire. Yeah, I think they tried it in Bloodmire and eventually just dropped it. But I don't know. I've known to dabble in showers. Yes, I've dabbled in showers. But really like like a non-coward. Yeah, I have to wait until Friday, I think, to get my affiliates apparently. The only reason I shower is so I can hold a jumped up forward Vanguard addiction. That's good. I'll take that. That is more than most people apparently in our hobby, so I'll take that. A floating talking head would have been funny. I wish I could do that, but I'd have to like do this the whole time. Otherwise, you'll get like part of my shoulders, right? Or since I can't crop, I can only crop it straight. Excuse me, I can't crop it like, you know, like that. I've done this a bunch of times, but I probably shouldn't do that on stream. But yeah, so I'd have to like talk like this the entire video just so that I can actually crop on my head. Which sounds obnoxious. I found someone turning away Esuka Rare Isabel and SP Saint Isabel as a 12th. Cool. I can't imagine those are hard to get, to be honest, but fair enough. Just got my Skyridge manga. The print quality is really good. Printed in Singapore instead of in the US/Canada. I have no tariff. I will order volume 2. I don't have it here. Never mind. I ordered a manga recently, but this is Gintama volume 3. This is not what I ordered recently. It was a different manga, and I was gonna say that the quality for that is pretty good too. So it doesn't matter. Everyone got their fucking filias except for me. Even people in fucking Europe got filias except for me. This shit's a travesty. Got a lot for my current trades. Nice. Talking from my Zero experience, after I shower, I wash off my sack and eat shit and die. Alright, I mean, at least you showered. That's all I really cared about. I could have maybe done without the rest, but that's fine. I can't wait till we get a new grab video pretty soon. Surely. I'd like to dedicate Winter Circuit to not showering. Okay, sure. Make Isabella 3 happen? No thanks. Imagine if they made a mass Granfia. I mean, mass Granfia would not be that bad. The mass package would not be that bad. Honestly, I don't think it would be that bad. I don't think they should make it, but but it doesn't give you access to the Persona ride, right? The deck is already like, this is a bit hard to like justify, but it's a bit, you know, good going first because you can get your tokens and not much is locked. So going second, getting access to Persona ride, Damask gives you soul.
You get the dragon tree mark. I don't know. It's not like the worst thing in the world for Grand Fia, especially considering like he doesn't really have a lot going on, right? So making space for a mass package, I don't think would be that bad for that deck. I would have paid for faster shipping. Yeah, I should have. I should have. Oh well. It's a full play set of Isuka Rare. I don't honestly know what that means. I'm not even gonna pretend like I know what that means. I should have just paid for USPS next day. Air Saver. I've done that, and I still get my shit like 2 days later. Not from this specific person, but I've done that, and I don't get it the next day anyway. So I just feel like I get my buddy fucking. I don't get my money's worth. So no non-foil card in my all-foil Darkseid deck. Yeah, it's such a shame that I'm gonna have to like spend like $100 to get Philia and foil when whatever they finally release that. But look at this loser with no Philias. Yo, I should get them on Friday. But thanks for making fun of me. I'm so glad Delfina is getting reprinted. I just got to make the art deck for my friend. Yeah, thank God. Shut the heck up. The station's pretty good. So. No Confirm Mask, unless we have Modern Wrench, so Mass Leonard can benefit too. How about we get the Wrench, but fuck Mass Leonard, so that I could use that effect Magnolia Mask instead. Confirm needs to end the turn with more than 3 cards in hand. Persona, right, draw 1, problem solved. Next problem. The dog deck seems fun and I might try it out. Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited to try it out. I would show you guys the like sleeve and deck box combination that I have, but actually fuck, let me see if I can find it. I've been doing this thing where like ahead of time, right, since I have the luxury of doing that because we play in English format and we know when stuff is going to come out. Where's the forehead cam? There we go. I have been just getting like decks and sleeves and everything that I need for decks ahead of time, and I just put them aside. So this is going to be the deck box that I'm going to use for Houndriser. It is the Aichi, I don't know what the fuck. I don't think it's an anniversary one, but it's the new Aichi deck box, right? Then for the main deck, we're going to be using the Aichi 10th anniversary sleeves that have Wingull, which are really cute. And then for the ride deck, god damn it. Fell all over the place. Okay, I got it now. Let's see if I can hold it without dropping it. I have sleeves of my dog and his nose, just his nose. Here we go. Those are from my right deck. That is what I'm going to be using for Houndriser. I'm looking forward to building that. Turn up that. Yeah, dog indeed spotted. I love the Aichi and Flogel deck box. Flogel. I already Flogel. Oh. That's so cute. Perfect stuff. Sure thing. I've been meaning to consider like making like a pets channel in the Discord, but I don't know if you guys would be into that. Yeah, I have 3 sleeves, I think, of my dog. Oh, is that what it like? No, I think it's 2. Yeah. No? Okay, sure. I'll do it after this stream. But logo is the stand for reference. Yes, I know. That's why I said we're gonna question mark Flogo. Oh, but yeah. Bring the deck box to the BCS. And he loses top cut because of it. I mean, the deck box is fine. My dog's sleeves, unfortunately, are not legal for whatever reason, right? I feel like this should be legal, to be honest. Custom sleeves are not legal, but like, I feel like this is fine, right? Because it's not like another company's whatever. Like, it's just my fucking dog. Like, I don't see. I can't see the like the legal issue with like me using my dog as sleeves, but whatever. I cannot bring it up. I am. You have to use only Bushiroad sleeves, even though it's not that big of a deal. I shouldn't say that. Don't quote me on that. It depends on where you go. And it really matters the most if you top. That's when they care if you have random ass sleeves or if you have egregious fucking sleeves. But it really depends on the arena, the area, I don't know what to call it, but the convention or the BCS that you're in, right? And how the judges are. But yeah, they usually mention all the time just use Bushiroad official stuff. With fish sleeves, possibly. No straight broncs should be fine. That's what I would say, but I'm pretty sure I still can't use them. Especially they're like for the ride deck. I guess maybe the main deck, but like for the ride deck, I should be able to use my dog sleeves. Like, come on. Like, who cares? I can't even do any like manipulation because, you know, but whatever. All right, speaking of, I guess, manipulation, we'll go over the stuff from this morning's stream. I didn't watch the stream, so I have no idea still why these wrestler ladies showed up. Whoa. Not that I'm complaining, I just don't know what happened with them. I just know they took a picture with them. It was like this guy, Akina's voice actor, and like I think 2 of the other people that are on stream. I don't know who it was. It was probably, you know, Tyzer's voice actor and Now's voice actor, because they're usually the ones that do the reveal stream. But they were like on this side, and then they had like the wrestling girls all the way over here. It was just so weird because there was just so much space between them. I'm guessing it's to show like a poster that was like here, but like it just looks so weird. Like they were scared of them because they were just like on the other side of the photo. But anyways, during BCS Dullif, I got dinged on my mat round 1. Had to go to a vendor and buy a mat before round 2. Oof, that's crazy. Yeah, Dullif they were pretty strict in, but like Pasadena that I went to, they were not as strict. And Philly, I think they were strict also. So it just kind of depends, but the rule is to just have Bushiroad stuff. You can tell they're stalling for set 9 because today's stream was about 15 minutes of yapping and then set 5 card reveals. Good. Let them do whatever the fuck they want. Let me do what the fuck on my stream. Can't control me. Shit, I'll yap all I want. Man, just for that, we won't get to the card reveals until fucking 7:50. How about that? I bring out the Squalor right if you're using Dragon Shield sleeves due to uneven cuts. Yeah, unfortunately. I know many people that have gotten hit with that as well. But yeah, we'll go over today's reveals, and if there's time, we'll play some Deer Days. But first, cards of the day, brought to you by my lack of cards of the day. Instead, we can talk about the anime for once. Which I guess, by the way, if for whatever reason you still haven't watched it yet, we're gonna go and talk about the anime. Bushiroad is holding Stardom JP Wrestling, female wrestling on late, like you mean they're holding like an event for Stardom on late April and May, and they have a grand anniversary fights on and on site they have collab promos and merch. For what though? For Vanguard? They have collab promos? That'd be dope. Yeah, like I know they own like Stardom and New Japan and stuff like that, but it's a shame we never got any of that stuff really into Vanguard. This is where Curly brings on 2 female wrestlers. Woo! Woo! If there were ever a reason for me to have money and clout, it would be that. Oh, but sadly I do not have either of those things. Space Chickens is huge. I mean, yeah. Griffins are pretty big. Now Senpai, yeah. Agen is the first Vanguard protagonist to decide to be an official pro. Yeah, that might actually be a fact, huh? Because I don't think Aichi just fucked off. Chrono, I haven't finished G, but I'm assuming he fucked off. And then Yu fucked off to study fashion. So yeah, I guess he is the only official one, huh? Makes sense for his character, I guess. It would have made sense for Aichi, but I don't think he did that, huh? Expect them to announce a female JP Wrestling TCG at the end of their event. That'd be dope. Oh, but I don't know. Actually went to college, yeah. Fucking nerd. I'm kidding. But yeah. As soon as gonna be a pro, then Dran's dumbass kidnapped the kid and crashed out. Well, he's not a protagonist in my eyes, so he doesn't count. Alright, Atari quit med school to go be a hobo for Vanguard, yeah. Man, it's just so wild when you go back and look at like Overdress seasons 1 and then look at season 2 and then compare that to whatever the fuck Will Dress was. Like, it is insane. So yeah, the anime season, sorry, is over. Last episode aired. There was no 15 episodes like everyone kept trying to say because of that one tweet. That was bullshit. They didn't account for the breaks the anime always takes, right? So keep that in mind for either next season or the season after that where they try to pull that shit, but just keep that in mind. I'll have the video that I had at the beginning of the stream where I'll talk about the anime for a bit. But that was mainly going over like what you guys are saying in the community posts. And then I'll have my own video where I talk about some other stuff and my own thoughts about the anime. Coming soon. But yeah, what did we think about this season? I feel like a lot of people have a lot of mixed thoughts, which I feel is a bit strange. But I feel like this was a decent enough season, you know? I won't say it was perfect. I won't say it's the best anime season of all animes, not even of all card games, but I think it was a fine enough season, personally. Excuse me. I'm talking about Overdress, Less Will Dress. Season 1 was so bad. Season 1 was all over the place. Just like Bushi doesn't acknowledge you much. Okay, yeah. OD season 2 is the only one allowed to be spoken of, I guess, but you can't have that without season 1, so. It was a good season, you loved it. Reserve judgment until next season, since this is merely the setup for the finals. Maybe. I feel like we can take a look at this season without taking into account the next season. I feel like standalone we can talk about this season. The same way we can talk about Overdress season 2, not season 1. Granted, they go together, but I think we can talk about them separately. How one is good, one is bad. Mic trouble? Whoa, no. Whoa, no. That's fine. Good check. Audio failure. It's terrifying. Good check. That doesn't sound right. Oh, I guess that's right. Okay. I don't know why I was doing like things like I was like talking when I wasn't, but okay. I don't know what that was all about, but thanks for letting me know. Oh, let's put this back at the beginning. Anywho, trying to take over. Yeah, I talked too much shit about Will Dress. Motherfucker was like, "How dare you? That was my season." This guy's hijacking the channel. Yeah, I guess I should have just let it go through, see what they had to say. I thought it was my AirPods time. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I know I'm using stupid thing always remembers the last time I played the song. So it's always at the end, so I have to start it in the beginning and then it just gets stuck when I do that. But yeah, I have to use these now, so I might have had something to do with that. Because the other headphones are way too hot. It's pretty warm here today. Anywho, Link Joker, Grease slash Stridegate, and Shinamon are the big benchmark for Deluxe Season 4 to win over a spot. I've only seen one of those things. What's Grease? I know that's G, but which season of G is that? Because that might have been the last one I saw. So I'm really sick of this movie because Link Joker is my favorite arc of OG Vanguard since Kai Strip was fire. Fair enough. I just liked it because of what was going on, because the opening was baller. Night Rose debut season 2. Alright, I don't know how to say this without spoiling it, so I guess is Grease the season before or after or during when the white kid gets like his whole family taken over, and then it turns out that fucking the Night Rose girl is like a fucking spy that's been fucking with him or whatever? Is that during that season, or is it after that season? Because that's when I stopped watching it. I don't remember what season that was. That was that season? Okay, so I haven't actually finished that season. During, yeah, okay, that sounds about right. Wait through the OG cast to try and salvage the anime with cheer nostalgia baiting, says the guy that loves striding and loves G. Okay, sounds like a very solid unbiased opinion. I'm just amazed that season 1 only features round robin. We still feel being robbed. We still feeling robbed with all the skipped fights given how Sunny Nair presents it. I don't really understand that. I don't mean to pick on you specifically, Boyang, but that is the sentiment I feel like a lot of people have about this season, which I feel is kind of weird. Because if we compare this season to Will Dress, where they skipped so many fights in rapid succession, we barely got any actual fights, right? And compare that to this season, where every single character had at least one fight on screen with their deck, which I feel like is all that matters. Right? I feel like it's night and day. Like, what was the point of us seeing Erica versus Guri? We've already seen both their decks. They have no new support, right? So it's just gonna be a regular ass Vanguard match, where the only thing that matters is the result. It doesn't matter how she wins. All that matters is whether she wins or loses, right? Right? Now versus Meet sure, that would have been cool, but we've already seen both decks. So like, I don't know. I don't get it. I feel like them skipping fights was done way better this season than they did last season. I feel like they learned from their mistakes and they did it really well, and they chose what fights needed to be shown and what fights didn't need to be shown, personally. That was so wild. Yeah. This is definitely 10 times better than the first deluxe, 100%. without question. I'm gonna call it now. We will get a new grade 3 Seraph and Erica will fight show. I mean, I feel like I'll get into that in the next slide. But grade 3 Seraph, I sure hope not. Don't get me wrong, I like some fights being skipped, but I would love to see a one turn only, like Kyon versus Raika. Yeah, I feel like that would have been okay. Like they did that with with Kyon versus Raika. I think that would have been okay too. I guess. But I think it would have been fine. The whole thing that with the first Megumi and like Raika off screen, that was a bit of like, what the fuck? So fair. Right, that was a bit much, but I like at the end of the season they showed more of the like, you know, at least them fighting, right? But I don't know, I think it's fine. I think it's fine for what it is, compared to what it was again in Will Dress, right? I feel like the Will Dress set the bar so low that this was like perfect in terms of a tournament season, specifically because this season they did not really do any like major story beats, right? The only story beats for this season were what is Akina's reason for playing Vanguard and what happened to Kagetsu's I don't know what you want to call their relationship, but friend, I guess. I don't know. right? Those were the only two things we had throughout the entire season. And I guess also Suzune, right? Whether or not she was gonna like whatever, right? Whether or not she was gonna learn to be her own person or whatever the case would be. And those were the only three things we had really in this season. But the Akino one is like kind of whatever, right? And the actual resolution for it at the end was like, fine, I'll take it, I guess. The Kagetsu one was the only interesting story beat throughout the entire series, right? And then the Suzune one, I feel like that was done decently, but I feel like they could have stretched that out way more. I feel like they could have milked that for so much more. And they just kind of went the safe route and just ended it in this season. And I feel like that's a missed opportunity personally. But yeah, those were the only story beats they had this season, right? Whereas like last season, they were setting up all of this like crazy nonsense, where here was just like specifically about the tournament. That was really the main focus, and you just had a couple of little things on the side, right? To like change the pace. Rika should have fought Sho. So Rika could be returned to 0. Yeah, fully. Some fights did not need to be screened. Yep. Kagetsu spent 5 years fumbling around and realizing he's a simp. Not a simp. I wish you guys would realize that people can... two people of the same or opposite sex can interact with each other and not fuck. I wish you guys would realize that. Oh, to defend Kagetsu, it wasn't about love. It was about not finding someone as strong as Ruka. Yes, exactly. I don't want people to keep thinking that he's like madly in love, obsessed where he wants to get married. Hey, Saxy. Like, at no point did he say any of that stuff. People just have to assume, obviously, everything has to be romantical or sexual. Biggest plot hole of this season, where the hell is the third virtual support dude in the deck? I mean, I don't see how that's a plot hole. We'll find out next season. I don't know. Why would they show the entire deck in season 1? What's the point of season 2 then, right? But yeah, I think this was a fine season. Especially as someone that didn't really like season 2, the previous season. I feel like they got back on it. I don't like... As much as I like the season, I don't like this is the third fucking season where it's a tournament arc, right? I feel like we're milking that a little bit too much, right? This is the third time we have a tournament arc. Like, I get that's how you can make a good anime plot or whatever, but you can't do that shit 3 times in a row. And now we're gonna go 4th season with another tournament. I feel like it's a bit much, personally, but... Compared to season 2, it managed to having a big cast of mostly important genres better. Sure, nice backhanded compliment there. Biggest question of this season: what tier is Reverse deck after having 3 Seeks and 2 packs? Still like tier 3 apparently. It's a fun season, not as good as the first season 1, but serviceable. Yeah, which is fun because like the other 2 seasons, they have their own like. I don't want to say plot and make it sound dismissive, but they had their own like story threads and like mysteries and stuff to be solved and thought about. Whereas like here, it was just literally just the bracketology of it. It was like who's gonna win what fight, and that was it. Which is like fine, it makes it focused. But I don't know. 5 Civil Zombie now blows up the planet. Everyone moves to Gray. I hope not. And then the lore mentions that Resurrect Moongate will bring in a certain threat to Gray. Interesting. That would be interesting. But I am disappointed that we didn't get fucking Zane, Evil Zane, Dark Zane, Dark Kaiser, Dark Ryu, Ruka in the end of the season. She's just adorable. But I guess, you know, again, if it wasn't obvious, right? Fucking spoilers, right? Duh. Oh, this is our final top 8 for next season, which makes a lot of sense for the most part. Mine is this snake that they snuck in here that I'm not really happy about, but it is what it is. I feel like I called most of these other ones here, right? I expected this one. I had no reason to guess before, or no way to know before the season started, right? So I just thought it was going to be some brand new character. But then everything else kind of makes sense. Was that the Mega Man Zero boss warning sound? Yes, it is. Yes, indeed it was. Bracket pairing speculation time? Yeah, essentially. Erica deserved it more than now? No, she didn't. No, the fuck she did not. Oh, man. I don't understand why you guys glaze Erica so much, but whatever. Kuka wearing sneakers to accompany her dress, old-fashioned sense, I guess. Odd-fashioned sense? No, that's pretty normal modern nowadays. To be fair, there gets chances of Shiro to redeem themselves to Erica. That's what everyone keeps telling me. Everyone keeps telling me that they get to do this matchup. But like, I don't feel like this is a matchup that needs to happen right now in the deluxe. This can happen any other point in time. I don't see the point, personally, because this is a different show from her timeline. And like, it's different in that like they're different timelines, and it's also different because he's changed as a person. So like, I don't see the point of her being like, "Oh, you killed my brother in a fucking alternate dimension, so I'm pissed at you." So I don't see the point in that shit. Personally, I think that's fucking petty and stupid. And what's the point of wasting this top 8 slot? Because like, if that's the case, then Sho just wins, right? Because there's no point for Erica to win if we're doing Sho versus Erica. What does Erica gain from winning to go to top 4? To do what? To fight Akina for the trillionth fucking time? To lose to Mide again? Like, there's no point in her passing on to top 4. Whereas like Now had a lot of potential, right? Because with Now we could have done this fight, right? We could have done the same fight. She's never fought Sho. They're both Akina's best friends. She could have fought Ruka. That would have been kind of interesting. She could have had a rematch against Mide. She could have finally fought Kage on like screen in a full match, you know? So I feel like that would have made more sense. Where like, this is just like, all right. and then Sho goes to top 4 and fights Michiru and then loses to Michiru is basically what you're telling me. Because these two are obviously going to fight, right? Because they're very similar in terms of their ideologies and whatnot, I guess. I don't know if ideology is the right word, but yeah. To be fair, this gives a chance. No, because the Elementa needs her upgrade and doesn't need Valkyrie support. We can get the upgrade off screen. You guys realize that it doesn't have to be in the deluxe, right? But why am I a hater? I don't understand. It's not even that I'm a hater. I just don't understand why you guys glaze her so hard. For no reason. Mary Erica will job to Ruka, which makes it even worse. Like, I understand you guys like the character, but she has like no position here in top 8 because she's just gonna get jobbed out no matter what the circumstance. Because if she goes to top 4, then that doesn't make any sense to me. How she gets her ass blasted in the round robin and then now suddenly she's in the semifinals. Like, that's just bullshit to me. But like, and then if she's just gonna lose just so you guys can see this match, I don't know, that feels like whack. That feels whack. You guys are going to beat up Megumi in the Black Leader match? Yeah, that's Blackout Leader match. That's what I've been saying since the beginning of the season. I'm waiting to see Hakina's father surprise Pikachu face when he sees Erika once since I've added another daughter. I mean, it has a different name, so you might not recognize it. And he's also a shit dad at the cop that's never fucking around, so he probably won't even realize it. What about Megumi? I feel like that honestly should have went to the new characters. True, but it's kind of the same thing with Erika, where like this match is gonna happen. So it's the same thing, right? So I feel like if we're gonna have this match where like Megumi's automatically fighting Ruka round 1 and losing so that Ruka can advance, so we can have Blackout versus Blackout, why do we have this other match where this other girl is instantly gonna lose? So I don't feel like we needed 2 of this. That spot could have easily been now. We could have had more of like a, you know, will they lose the match or not kind of thing, right? More of a surprise factor. Whereas like now, it's pretty obvious how this is gonna go, right? So I don't know what this means for these other guys, unfortunately. How we line this up. I guess maybe yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe Akina fights Mide. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how else it would line up. Because it makes it a little awkward here. Because presumably they're gonna make dumbass Akina go to the end, which I don't think he deserves it, but and then it seems like they're gonna have him fight Michiru at the end. So then that means that what is Kagetsu gonna fight her right away? Like I don't really know. But these two matchups here seem obvious, and these two matchups seems obvious to me. I'll say that much, right? Oh, like Leo. How about that? Good. All right, and I liked fucking, I don't know, Embaldio, but you don't see me asking for Embaldio to be in top 8, right? So, or Team Now than on Team Erica, rare. She didn't even hear the story of what happened, and more so, even that show was main victim of the event in her timeline. He won, hoping that Fading Clash would save him, and that was his reward, right? Yeah, so I don't see the point of her, like, one, still holding a grudge, two, them having this grudge match. Like, I really don't see the point in that, personally. Akina versus Mita round 1, I can see that. Yeah, I can probably see that too, unfortunately. As much as I would like Mita to make it to top 4, it's not gonna happen for her. I mean, the dad has to make money, and maybe the mom doesn't pay child support. I don't know, she's probably dead, knowing anime. Bold to assume Sho wins. I'm pretty sure they're gonna set up Michiru. There's no reason for Erica to win to make it to top 8. I don't see the point in that. And then 2, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have Michiru versus Sho this season, so that's why I'm assuming he has to win. And they're not gonna have that round 1, I don't think. I mean, I guess they could, but then I don't know what Erica's gonna do. There's no point in Erica fighting this girl again, or this guy again. That's whack. So unless she loses to Kagetsu, which, like, I don't see the point of her fighting Kagetsu then, right? That would have made much more sense if this was now, right? And then that would make a lot more sense, but you know, whatever. They already pulled Erica loses her big development fight in this season, I guess. Akina versus Miru round 1, I can see that. Michiru could get his rematch against Kagetsu. Right, yeah, and I'm thinking that they're gonna set that up also. So I can definitely see, like, most of these make sense to me. I can see these two having a match, right? I don't see these two having another match. I think it'll be the kind of thing where, like, oh, I'll meet you in the finals, but like Kage loses or whatever, and they don't actually fight. I can see them having a match. Obviously, this would make sense for them to have a match. These two having a match would actually be kind of cool, because they did really good in their group stages, right? Or I guess these two having a match because they were both undefeated, so maybe that's the route. I don't know. No, it's confirmed that they're divorced? Okay, I must have missed that. She has at least reason to make it the top 4. I mean, he doesn't. It just depends on when his Michiru fight is, because he can very easily, I guess, fight Michiru top 8 and lose, because that's really the only reason he's here. I don't see him unless he's gonna fight Akina again. But, yeah. She could fight Michiru, who would react to her having 2 souls. That would be, yeah, I guess that would be interesting, but she's not fighting. She's not winning against Michiru. But yeah, that would be interesting. Also, the clip of Kagetsu and Akina's faces with no mouths is funny, yeah. No way they'll give Erica a new lease on life just for her to get fed. Say it. So, I mean, what the hell is she gonna do in top 4? Like, explain to me. What matchup is there for her in top 4? Or in the final? Because she's not gonna make it to. Are you saying that Erica's gonna make it to the final? What kind of. No, that doesn't make any sense. So, I feel like she should have just lost, grown from losing, and then fucked off and did some other development somewhere else. I don't see how she really gets that much development from being in top 8 here. Haruka beats up Kage in top 4? Maybe. Maybe Kage wins, considering he's never beat her. But I don't see Kage going. I would personally rather see these guys like in the final. I don't want to see Akina in the final. I want them to make the other characters that they make good, that they say are good, to actually be good, and not just be good so that they can lose to the protagonists, right? I don't think Akina needs to win the deluxe. I think either of these two can win the deluxe, right? Especially Michiru, since he got kind of robbed of it last time. I think Michiru winning it would be cool. It'll like solidify his name as one of the strongest fighters in the series. This is going to be a knockout tournament because I don't see it taking the whole season. No, it's 100% single elimination. You lose once you're done. But I mean, they can very easily just do some other shit and space it out, right? I feel like they really treated Now as a shipping bait, not as a character. This season, yeah, definitely. Friends went okay. We gave Megumi a season of mercy and relevance back to jobbing. It depends who she loses to. If she loses to someone really strong, that's not jobbing. You can't just say a loss is a job. That's not how it works. That's not how that term works. Top 8 bracket is 7 fights total, so that's half the season, yeah. Which is fine. They can fill up the other season with other stuff. Like I said, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a subplot where all the other characters are going to end up doing something. I need to see the Ignis versus Nexus fight on screen. Oh, Vladimir Nexus? Yeah. Erica flopping the bracket would be the universe making her invisible yet again. Good. Learn that the universe is going to shed on you and you can become strong in spite of that. Not get handed 3 wins just because people think you're pretty or whatever. He did say he wanted to go pro. He needs to win the deluxe. He doesn't need to win the deluxe. Now is a pro. All the pros. Right, Raika's a pro. He fucking lost this deluxe. Senka's a pro. She lost. Now's a pro. She lost. So he can very easily lose the deluxe and still go on to be a pro. So I guess a fraud, I guess so. Darkseid's bias, yeah, I guess so. I'm sorry I'm not talking about just fucking Keter all day. The second half of the season will be whatever Evo, Plot, Jinky, and Boulder are up to. I don't know about Evo, but who goes the matchup for Megumi that makes the most sense, and someone needs to be the fodder to show off how unbeatable the villain is. I don't know about villain, but yes, I feel like that's how it's gonna go, right? So I can very easily say, like this is A, right? Let's say, and this is A. I can see that happening. That makes sense to me. The only reason this girl is around is either to fight Michiru, as I think I forgot who said that. Yeah, Aggro said that. That would make sense to me. So maybe that makes more sense, right? So maybe B and B, and then Sho can maybe fight. Yeah, that's a problem because we can't do fucking Kage versus Akina again, and Kage has to advance. So, I can't see a world where one, we get these two guys fighting again. Like that seems stupid, right? Off the cuff. Maybe in the final round, but right now in top 8, there's no way they're fighting again. That's stupid. So I guess we have to start with them. Who are they fighting? Who's Kage fighting? I guess we could have Kage versus Michiru in the semifinal. Zero Lugo in this top 8. Yeah, not surprising. 1 second deluxe, and that kickstarted his pro career. Kickstarted, but that doesn't mean he has to get kickstarted, right? Probably Mide. Yeah, maybe Mide. Because I can see these two fight. Because I was gonna say maybe we get this match right away, right? Sho loses. Then we get this versus this, so that they two fight each other. Then it's like C versus C maybe. And then, oh my god, she fucks everything up, bro. She's the worst. So then we get what? This dumbass fight again? We get this sibling fight again for like the 3rd season in a row? No, that can't be it. Oh man. Yeah. There's gonna be one of these that I don't agree with. That has to be the right answer. Can I get Meter out of the way saying Resurrect is 2 OP? Forget Bob Saga? Sure. Kage versus Ruka would be wild since make final season fight jobber. Make final season fighter jobber is the divine special. I don't know. I don't think they'll give us that fight right away. I feel like if they were good writers, they would not give us Kage versus Ruka. They would make like Kage fail to do so, and then have some other fight like the second to last episode they finally have their own fight, right? Or something like that. But I don't know. I don't think they'll give us that right away. I'm thinking the finals will be Akina versus the Black Elf First Leader. Maybe, but they have no connection with each other. But I would not be surprised if, unfortunately, the finals is Akina versus Michiru or Akina versus Ruka. But like, they have literally no connection to each other, so I feel like that would be just kind of whack, personally. I still feel like this is a stronger finale. Hell, I'll even take these two, but they're not gonna do that because they're not the main character, which I feel is kind of lazy. But, the best way to debut a new Lee Yamamoto would be a tournament. Nah. No, they don't have to do it that way. They revealed the new Vita and Imperial and Raziel, Varga, and that wasn't a tournament. That was just them fucking fighting. So I don't think it has to be a tournament. They can reveal it when she actually has a reason to have it revealed, rather than, again, it just being handed to her. So I don't know, it just doesn't feel earned to me. Right? From a story point of view, we're just giving her the new Liel because her current Liel sucks, and that's it. Not for anything else. Not because she's like turned a new leaf or like she's had this like character development. None of that stuff, right? It's just because she needs it. And that's bad. That's bad writing. Bad writing. I don't like that. And that just smells of advertisement and not like actual storytelling. Media and Megami are the ones with 0 chance of passing. Probably. I would not be surprised if Mita passes, but I don't think she will. But I would not be shocked if she does, the way that they built her up last season, but I would not be surprised either if she doesn't, right? I can see it go either way. But if she does, I don't think she's making it to the finals. Not that I would hate that, but I don't think she's making it past that. The new hype character versus the protagonist in the final finale. Wow, yeah. Even though they have 0 connection with each other. He doesn't even know about her, right? He doesn't even know about her. Because like, it would be one thing if these two talked about it, if they had a bro moment or something like that, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't fucking know that it's her or anything like that, so I don't see the point. King's debuted fighting the villains, right? So it's not like Erica's gonna win against the villains. I don't think she needs to do that in this tournament. Short did not have much. Shore did not have much plot reason to pull a new Vladimir out of his ass. No, which is what I'm saying. Like, I don't think she needs to be in this tournament to get a new Erica, a new Liel. She could do it somewhere else. It doesn't have to be in a tournament or plot specific. So, here's a story POV. Ties are rolled up and said, "Stop feeding here." Gives her the new card. Whack. We'll also need confirmation. Did Show really manifest Black Mirror Nexus from his dream sequence? I'm pretty sure it is. That's apparently a canon thing people can do that they just don't want to elaborate or explain or define rules for. Some people can do that, some people can't. Like, it's different in Yu-Gi-Oh! When like that's kind of like an established norm that people can like make cards out of thin air, but they just can't do, like, they explained it last season because like, oh, the fucking design force or whatever the fuck. And in this season, it's just like, nah. Like, it was a great moment. It was really nice, but I don't really understand how that happened, but all right. I'm trying not to harp on it too much, but yes, I'm pretty sure it is confirmed that he did manifest it. If only we could all manifest new forms of our favorite bosses in our dreams. Yeah, exactly. Mina lost since she can now play only one Valorant. But Season 4, Episode 1 is probably going to be the setting up for Akina versus Ruka. Whack. Whack. Why not use the previous season to build up your final round? Why use the season that you're currently in to build up the final round? That's lazy writing. That is me calling bullshit on you guys having 100 episodes planned out, right? If you have to do that like this. It happened to me. I manifested Alfred. Well, I don't think you have him physically, so you need to manifest a little harder. If everyone's so casual about 13 kids having a one-of-a-kind card with keywords no one else has access to, then dream cards printing is fine, I guess. So yeah, I think the Vladimir upgrade happened probably makes more sense due to the web novel that Bushiro doesn't translate to English because Vladimir was trying to save Artie with the help of Leverage Rust. Yeah. I'm sure it makes sense in that sense, but I I personally don't like when they do that, when they just justify it by it was just in lore, but either way, I think the whole show manifesting a card, I think is fine. I like how they did that, and I think it's perfectly fine. I wish they I wish they had touched on it, and it would have been like, what the fuck, where'd he get that card? And it was like, oh, maybe he had leftover design force. I wish they would have tried to explain it, maybe, but it's whatever. I'm not gonna be butthurt about it. Season 3 was Akane and Kakatsu, Season 4 is Akane and Ruka. Wacka. That is wacka. They have no reason to fight each other, especially now. Like, if he had said like, oh yeah, I want to fight for fun, but he didn't say that shit. So like, unless she's specifically fighting for someone else, then like, I don't see the connection in them having a fight, other than had they both had blue hair. I don't see the point of them having a fight, especially in the final round, to get build up, right? I don't see the story so far. And if they're gonna build that up in season 4, I think that's kind of whack, because they could have done that this season to have more than enough time to build that up this season. Who's gonna play Dark States? I wish. I only should show as the exclusive design force. Yeah, like, I just wish they like actively acknowledged that that was a thing, right? If they had said it this time that that was a thing that could happen, I would have been like, okay, next time it happens, they don't have to explain it. We can just assume that that's the case. But whatever. I guess it just is the case, right? I think Bushro chose Erika for the sake of Erika fans, and fans are defending a new Yellow or Martha. But they could have done that out of the tournament, is what I'm saying. They could have literally had, I don't know, a match where they could have had this dumbass match that I keep hearing is the justification off screen. Right? They could have had like some warm-up match or whatever. And they could have resolved whatever made-up trauma that they have. And then she could have gotten a new form out of her new friendship with Sho or something like that, right? It doesn't have to be in a tournament, is what I'm saying. It just feels forced if that's what we're doing it. If we're just shoving it in her, we're just shoving it in her. Whoa, sorry. We're just shoving her in here just because she's gonna get support. I feel like that's whack. And that's bad storytelling. Man, a tournament season and a character plays in a tournament and gets development mid-tournament. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's different if she's actually getting development. It's another thing if we're literally only having her just so we can show off a new card and then she loses. Fans want Erika to play the newer Morta in something as big as the Deluxe, and Bushiro's gonna make it happen. So what? The fans can just say shit and Bushiro just bends the knee. So if we start complaining that pull rates in boxers are ass, Bushiro's gonna listen to us? Like, I don't know, man. What the heck is that? Yeah. I don't know. There's a listing about making better start decks. I mean, I guess. I don't know. Well, yeah, let's try and figure this out. This still makes too much sense to not do it, right? I feel like there's no point in Nuruka being the blackout leader if she's not gonna fight Megumi. And there's no way Megumi makes it into top 4, right? So this has to happen. What the fuck is Akina gonna do? And what the fuck is Kagetsu gonna do? Because they can't fight each other, they just fought. These two can't fight each other, they just fought. I don't see the point narratively in that happening. So I guess we can like build up Akina some more by having him beat Mide, which I don't agree with, but whatever. And then I guess we can do this fight for the sake of doing this fight, and then we can get this fight out of the way, right? And then for top 4, we have Kagetsu versus Michiru, and then we have Ruka versus dumbass Akina, right? And Kagetsu, you know, we get this match between the two of them, and then Kagetsu really wants to meet her in the finals, but then he fucking loses. Right? He fucking loses to Michiru. Michiru goes on to the final round, right? So And then Akina does his dumbass stupid bullshit and beats Ruka somehow. And then these guys have the fight for third place. I don't know. That's my guess. Minerelli, all the prison players together to force a new prison. Please God, no. You're gonna regret that so much. The second they make a new Seraph Snow, I'm gonna play that deck and I'm gonna make you guys realize why it was the worst decision and the worst thing you guys have ever asked for. You guys are gonna be so miserable because you asked for a new prison card, a new prison Vanguard. Kage Pomomide Akina plot armors his way out of Michiru. I don't know if they're gonna make Michiru lose the first round. I mean, he's definitely gonna make it to the final, I feel. I think the top four are gonna be Akina, Erika, Ruka, and Michiru. Why Erika? I say Akina and Erika because they got protagonist power. But then who is she gonna fight? Is she gonna fight Akina again for like the third season in a row? Is she gonna fight Ruka, who she has no connection with, or Michiru, who she has no connection with? I don't know. That seems unnecessary. That just feels like we're propping her up just for the sake of propping her up because you guys like her. She really lost the plot. Where's Toya? Does he still buy cases? Clearly not. He's probably bankrupt somewhere because he didn't decide to go through with med school. Then Michiru loses reason 1. Reason 1? What? Now we knew that when they make the medical chaos breaker. I just realized what's overpowered card are they going to give him this season? Michiru or Akina? I bet if you fought Akina, you would probably be Akina's plot armor. Thank you. That is the nicest compliment I've ever gotten. Erika has only faced Akina once, and it will finish off the arc of him facing people relevant to her. Putting aside the fact that he fought the baby her twice, right? And the fact that the baby her and future her fought each other. And then he fought the baby her at the beginning of this season. Like, I don't need to see this fight again. I'm sorry. I don't see the point in that. I feel like she can grow. If you guys want her to grow, she can do that without her fucking brother. Without fighting her brother for the 100th time. When has Bushiro ever made sense of things when it comes to stuff like this? That's true. That's true. Yeah, I expect them to do some stupid bullshit. So, Katarina counts as a different character, so she's a cheerleader. Whack as fuck. Why even make audio if you're gonna make her a cheerleader, bro? Whatever. Second to main villain. I don't know about that. Carter, yeah. Akina versus Erika would make sense to people. They want to become pro. I guess. It just seems so whack to have them fight again. Parodium and Armolta are completely different decks with different levels of heal. I don't know. That's my final guess. It's probably not going to be right because it's probably going to be something dumb. Maybe fucking Erika makes it to the final round. I don't know. Because apparently Liel Amorta is that important that we have to ruin an entire season just to prop up this character. Just to give her a new form, I guess. I don't know, I'm not seeing it, but I have no doubt that they are going to do something stupid. There's the one constant that will happen with this booking is that they're going to find a way to make this dumb. But we'll see what happens. Like, we might not even get this match, right? They might even do something stupid with that. We'll see. Alright. Either way, we have until July to any of that even, you know, comes close to coming out for the next season. So, alright, let's talk about the actual reveals finally. Which isn't too much, so we can go through these quickly and maybe play some Dear Days. Megumi needs her rematch against Michiru. Yeah, I guess they could do that, but she's not beating him. I don't see her beating him this season, but yeah. Like I said, I'm not hyped for this season as much because they ruined it out for me. Alright, yeah, that's fair. He should have really humiliated Megumi once. He doesn't need to do her whack again. Yeah, he doesn't. Like I said, I'm not hyped for the next season. Okay, yeah, that's the best. Sorry, but alright. Speaking of next season, we have ourselves here Roth Iron Knight Sharburn. So this is the continuous. These are all going to have the same continuous effect. Well, not the exact same continuous effect, but the same continuous effect where if your Vanguard is either one or the other, you get the following effects. This one is for Photo Blaze and Zed-Lance. So first, when this is placed, you choose a smithy from your order zone and you may stand it. If you did not stand a card, look at the top 5 from your deck. Choose up to 1 card from among them, put it into your soul, shuffle your deck. Both these effects are absolutely insane. For specifically, Koto Blade, I'm sorry, Zed-Lance. Because Smithy, I guess I can pull it up in CFA, because I know none of you have any idea what I'm about to say. Because the vast majority of you forget that Zed-Lance is a deck and have no idea what that deck does. So let's give you guys a refresher. Yes, it is indeed the Dragon Empire Cock. Sharburn is a good alternative for Blazing War Cry, since we're gonna get it in English, I guess. To judge this card, a human being would need to have played Cult of Blaze once. Now it's still good, and they can always have her pulled up onto the evil side by whatever forces lurking behind the scenes. That's whack. That would kill her character, honestly. If they make her get controlled by an evil character a second time, then that just makes her look very weak, very damsel in distress, and that would really ruin her character. Zed-Lance came out a month before Varga. No, it was not a month before Varga. It was like 3 months before Varga, at least in English. Zed-Lance came out in like January? No, February? No, December? I think it was. And Varga didn't come out until like April or May. You need to use his order 3 times in order to get the restand off. Correct. And he is specifically worded where he says you have to use the effect of the order. Not like separate copies or like anything like that. It's just the effect of the order. So that means that on turn 3, this deck can now restand. Without having to wait until turn 4. Without having to get an extra order or anything like that, which is insane. Right? Because that was always the thing. Oh, he needs like a grade 1 order or whatever the fuck. So you can activate it earlier. But no, you don't have to worry about any of that shit. Because he specifically says, the second effect, when he attacks, you CB1, he gets drive +1 until the end of the turn. And then if you chose something by the ability of your smithy in your order zone 3 times, so not you activated the order, like whatever, just you chose something with the order 3 times, right? So if you choose it once, you rest it, then you can restand it, choose something else. And then he can restand and have an extra attack, which is great. And the effect of the order is also good, because it just gives something 5k attack and shield if it's Roth Iron, and that's pretty good. That is here, right? And they get intercept too, so pretty good, pretty good. A brand way of fixing clunky decks that don't. Well, they're specifically not doing the clunky thing that they do for set orders in Branky, where they just give them a grade 1 version. But would be bad for the deck if a deck like Branch Ringer? I don't know what Branch Ringer is. But yeah, being able to activate this multiple times a turn is great. So that alone makes this card good, or at least Zed-Lance. Then the second one is if you're this is actually the second effect is also good, right? Yes, it is actually good for the second effect also. So this says at the end of the battle that your Vanguard is attacked, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, discard 1 and perform either your Vanguard's drive becomes 1 because he has -3 drives in Zed-Lance, so it gets you another drive, or your front row gets 5k power, which is pretty good. Both of these effects are good in Zed-Lance, which is great. And I've been told that this doesn't do as much for Koto Blaze specifically. Bright Ringer is a deck that makes the opponent's triggers work backwards. It heals damage you and crits become -1 crit. Negative effects of triggers. For example, if you have critical on trigger check, you lose the critical instead. That's kind of funny. But yeah, this card is insane. I can't wait to have it. Sucks that he's not going to come out in SR, but love to see it. Then we have here Eternal Immortal Gear Parrots, which is it's kind of annoying that this one is not Vanguard locked specifically behind a name. It's locked behind a race. I kind of wish they did that for the other ones, but I understand they probably can't do that because it probably wouldn't have mattered, but maybe it would have. But if your Vanguard is a Gear Dragon, which is mainly just Chrono Jet and time stamping, when this is placed, you choose a normal unit from either your drop or bind zone, put on the bottom of your deck. If you do, this unit gets 5k. It's a grade 1. Or well, you get all of the following. So then, if this is put either on the bottom of your deck from rear or bound from rear, if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, you can counter blast or energy blast 3, draw 1, choose a unit, gets 5k. So pretty decent, I think, for both those decks. Both are okay for Cult of Blaze, but he really just needs a rear that copies his name and soul. I don't think he's gonna get that. Instant 2 or 3 of in Jet deck, maybe. Mana Star Hulk was a complete troll meme ass. The opponent damage, checking a heal on 4 damage was stupidly fine when it happened, I guess. But this sounds good for at least for Chrono Jet. I don't know how much for time stamping this is helpful. I think it's just fine. Then the last one of these double rares we have here is Intent Disseminator, which is for Impaldio and Nordlinger, which is Gravidium. So this says on place from hand, Soul Blast 1, look at the top 7. Choose either a Meteorite or a grade 3 or greater with a different card name from your Vanguard, and that's not a Regalis piece from among them. Really put it to your hand. Then with this boost, this gets 2k. So they could have at least made this 5k, but whatever. And then if this was usable before turn 3, this would have been really good for Gravidia, but it is not. Because at least Gravidia Mask and partially Gravidia has an issue where they just can't get units to hand. They have nowhere to search units. Specifically Gravidia Mask, who has to call units from hand to get extra attacks. So the fact that you have to wait until turn 3 to do that is kind of whack. But as well as adding a Meteorite to your hand is kind of whatever. But yeah. Would an Impalio player run this? Blank, who plays Impalio, did not like this card, so I'm assuming no. But it is deck thinning, which, you know, both those decks do like, so, or would like, I should say. Intent's biggest issue is that you really want to use this third one, and it's a turn 3 card. Yep, exactly what I said. As an Impalio main, I feel so insulted. Impalio is clearly tagged onto this card. Yeah, that is fair. I think a boosted grade 3 rears, I guess. I mean, it could have at least been 13 to make this a little bit more viable. Or it could have at least been like, it just gets 2k and not even on boost, so at least you can use it as an attacker at least. But no, that would have helped out for Gravidia a lot, because then you could have called it and it would have had at least 10k to swing in with Gravidia Mask, but not even that. Only a booster, so not great. Could have been better, but we'll see. Then we have here the Cavalry Armor Dragon, who I feel is pretty good. People haven't really been talking about it, I think. Cavalry Armor Dragon Shovel Zed. So this says continuous on rear and Garden Circle. This gets intercept and 5k shield, just like the other grade 3 dragons. Then when this is placed on rear, other than by battle phase, if you have a grade 3 greater Vanguard, you energy blast 3, just like the other guys. This gets boosted 5k. Not bad. It's only on place, so you'd have to like bounce it to your hand next turn to activate it again. And then if you have 4 more damage or your Persona Road, look at the top 3, choose up to 1 grade 3 or less, call it, and it gets 5k at the end of turn, put the rest on the bottom of your deck. Both effects really good. Scatter grade 3 Dragon is a godsend in Bastion. I'm crying. Make Bastion great again. No, let's not do that. Fuck that guy. So it's like, oh, I hope you run the hostage package. I mean, I guess, yeah, that's fair. It does work with that. Searching puzzles, drive, checking rear, but the soul blast was what you wanted. Yeah, but it's a matter after turn 1. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel like Bastion has enough grade 3s that boost, but whatever. This one at least has shield and it has a really good effect, right? So this one's really good. I can see this maybe being played on other decks as well. I just can't think off the top of my head. Getter pile. After a while, it stops being a pile and it just stops being, and it just starts being a collection of good cards. Yeah. Then the last, sorry that the card images are kind of shitty. I had to get them from not the official source because the English account didn't want to post them in time. I'm gonna make Bastion be a meta threat in King's meta. They will not. They will not, but because he's stupid. Fuck. This fraud. You're gonna tell me this card is whack? I'm gonna need to sit you down, Ek. Make you read these cards before you try to tell me these cards are whack. So we have Knight of Holy White, Iskidit, which is apparently not her name because it's something else. But so this is the ace unit for Keter. We only have one ace unit left, which is going to be for Lyrical. This is the cover card for Festival Collection. She has the unique skill. You can only have one of these in a deck, but she also has a unique skill that says when this is placed on rear other than during battle phase, she gets 5k, then you energy blast 3. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose up to one normal unit with grade less than or equal to your Vanguard from among them and call it to rear. As expected, it's just look at top whatever, call something. But it has the added benefit that you choose either that unit or this unit, so the unit you called or herself, and then they cannot be retired by your opponent's card effects till the end of your opponent's next turn, and you shuffle. Decent, you know, pretty good. Top 7 to call anything, and it gets retire protection. Pretty fucking good for just EB3, and she's 5k on top of that. Then, if she attacks, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, she gets another 5k, so it's 20k that gives your body. And if you have 4 more rear guards, so you just have to play 2 rear guards after you play her, she gets another 5k, so 25k, and she can have retire protection to something, and she can call something. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. My reaction to this is someone who has activated the arc habitat about 7,000 times. Okay, then. Well, first of all, that's an order that locks you out of playing orders for the entire turn. This is on a body, Ek. To quote SocialMedia, where you think the ace units are good or bad, it's a spell check in and of itself. All the ace units are insane without breaking the game. Yes, correct. I don't know about insane, but they're really good. I feel like they could have gone harder and still not broken the game, but yes, they're really good. Dragon Empire is even more useless. Yeah. Out of all of these, he's probably not the best one now. Yes, I did something. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. Sure thing. You love this card? Yeah, she's pretty good. Good luck getting the FR of her. But pretty good card. I think that's it. The next week I'm gonna be very happy because they are going to talk about quick start deck support for all 6 of the decks. They're unfortunately yet another grade 1. We have like 5 different grade 1s of support, so, and they're all pretty bad except for their promos, so I'm a bit worried. And they also didn't show the rarity. Oh no, they're double rares. Okay, so they're at least double rares, but we'll see what happens. So excited to see what these do. But I can expect them to all to have the same sort of type of effect like they always have done them, but we'll see what happens. Because the last waves was kind of unique. I tried to run the Dragon Empire Ace. Tried to run the Dragon Empire Ace in Varela because you can search it. The result was, why would I ever search this bozo over the Regalis Beast? Blitz? I mean, you could also search your other order, but you can also just play it when you get it. You have to specifically search it, but yeah. The Dragon Empire Ace deletes all skills and retires a guy. Yeah. She is OR, so I think it's only 1 rarity. Yes, that's right. Yes, you're right. Alright, fair enough. Yes, good morning. This Stochea deck Ace is definitely fine in Stochea. In a station, but hardly makes the difference maker. Well, it's just 1 copy. So I don't understand what your deal is, Zach. These are one of cards. I don't know what you expected them to do, but so for now, which quick start deck is the best of all of them? I'm betting the Dark States one. I'm gonna say the Dark States one, yes. I don't know about Marlene, but I'm gonna say All-Star, guys. John is the closest one to doing something. I don't know about all that. Eck taking all the L's right now. I don't know about all that. I'll even prove it to you. I'll even fucking prove it to you. Thank you for that setup. Thank you so much for that setup, Boyang. I appreciate you so much. So we're gonna play some Dare Days, and we're gonna play All-Star, guys, specifically. Triumph Dragon. That's crazy. I don't know. I would put a good challenge before Triumph Dragon. Where is this shit over here? It does indeed hit hard. It also draws like 10 cards a turn. No exaggeration. Sorry, to close this. Open this, open this, open this, open this. Whatever. I was supposed to update the YouTube title, but I don't care. Because while he was gonna release channel support has been dog ass, I guess, but I don't know. I do think Triumph Dragon is in a much better spot, but part of that is if in English we get fucking Blazing Warcry.
Card fight Vanguard. The other is
Yeah, far rate is kind of whack, unfortunately. I have made him kind of work, but it's not as good as all the others. Alright, so this is another one where I have to check. So I have to turn this off. Game audio, music, window. Let's just check the audio real quick. I guess while I do that. Ooh, almost a new game.
どのモードで遊ぶ?
I can show you guys.
どのデッキを見る?
What the heck? What the heck is going on? I think it's because I have a mouse. There we go. Okay, you guys can look at this. Oh, there's music playing, that's right. Hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back.
どのモードで遊ぶ?
Turn that off. There we go. And play this.
どのモードで遊ぶ?
Yes. DF's income.
どのデッキを見る?
View this. Alright, put this up, see what happens. Okay, that's not so bad. Move around. Last time the game audio was really loud, so let's put that like here. Yeah, that sounds decent. So I'll put it like here. Yeah, okay. That should be good. And I will, whoops, lower this a tiny bit. Okay, we should be good to go. Unrelated to anything, but often wear red. I do not often wear red. No, I do not. Ironically, like the next two videos I'm going to be uploading where I show my face, I'm going to be wearing a red shirt. And it's going to be a different red shirt, not just because I record everything in the same day, but no, I often don't wear red. Actually, Alstrom is secretly the best one by a mile. Okay, sure, I guess. Heck has really lost it today. Locking in, but I would want to see a challenge of someone trying to top a locals or BCS with an upgraded quick start deck. I'm honestly I'm so close to breaking this to like a BSF because like this deck has been insanely fun. So let's go and like let's just play it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Man, throw me off. It's giving me Team Magma. Damn. I was a bit more partial to Team Aqua because she not she, but they had not here. Granted, I think I like both of them. Because Aqua had, what was it, like Shelly? Oh, and then Magma had the new girl that they added in Oras, whose name I forgot. Yeah, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Gen 3 is indeed good. Can't but for Orange, you need to Soul Blast 3? No. I barely ever... I can, but I barely ever use that effect. She's Lady Courtney? Yeah, okay, that's what... it was like, it's some white girl name. But I can't remember it right now. So this Aura's glow up is insane, yeah. So I'll take either one, Magma or or Aqua, as long as I can be with one of them. Whoo, say less. Flying the continent is constantly is slightly less diabolic than drying up the ocean. Yeah, kind of. Also interesting to see you use the order without the order searcher grade 1 kit. I can't use the counterblast and I don't have the space. That's why. It's also not important. I only have the order to activate Philia. That's it. And the 5k is nice. Yeah, Philia is today, so I'm really looking forward to it, but... Alright. Of course it's him. I knew it! I knew it was gonna be him, because I saw him as soon as I got on. He logged in. He better not be playing Shirt, I swear to fucking god. You better just be using the... Oh my fuck. Alright, I think he's playing Chrono Jet. Fine. You know, every time I play this dweeb, I fucking brick. I better not brick. Oh, I swear if I brick against this dweeb, I'm gonna go to his house and I'm gonna beat him up. I swear to everything, I'm gonna beat him up. I kind of want to keep this, but it should be fine. He's stream sniping? Yeah, he is. Alright, well that's kind of all pointless now, but... here, let me... Music's loud for me. See if I can adjust this appropriately. Alright, so hopefully that's not too loud. I'll check it in a moment, but yeah, it's a little loud for me. Alright, so I didn't get what I wanted out of any of these. I could save this, because he's probably going to play 50 cards, like is his want and desire. I could be risky and discard this, I guess. Gotta give you the content somehow, I guess. And then, pass on that. As he draws like 12 cards. Rushes me, I check no defensives, I go to 4 immediately, and then you guys try to tell me that Jet is a bad deck. Is an accident of finding a shiny and killing it, not knowing shiny exists. Funny story about that. You can find me, to be honest. Is there a better option to what? I swore to the life of me in Gen 2. I want to say it was Crystal specifically, where you would go to, the first time you would go to the daycare, they'd give you an egg, right? And I swear to God, no exaggeration, like the first 4 times that it happened, it was a shiny Pokemon. Because I remember multiple times getting a shiny Elekid and being like, huh, I guess this shit just always gives it to you shiny. What are the odds of that? Come on. Did he not do exactly what I said he was gonna do? Unbelievable. That's a fine deck. I don't know what people are talking about. People just think he needs more support somehow, even though they think this is legally fine for them to do and still draw a bunch of cards. But I guess we take the first one, hope for a defensive. Between Steam and Show, yeah, I guess so. Awkward. There goes one of my Persona rides, unfortunately. Well, that is what it is. We'll Vanguard this one, and he's gonna check a crit, like the douche nozzle that he is, and he's gonna give it to the other column, and it's gonna be like 45. Almost as bad. Remember back on the Pokemon Fire Red, I found a shiny Psyduck in Z4 Islands the moment I caught it in my Game Boy SP9. No! No! When Fire Red came out in Japan, I got a copy of it on my computer, without saying how. But I got a copy of it on my computer, and I moved all the way to the side. My first encounter was a shiny Pidgey that I caught, and I called Oliver, and I tried to play through the entire game with him. Advanced Papa, yes indeed. Can I please get... Not exactly what I did. 2 to be frank. Not exactly what I needed right now. Every time I try to show off this deck, I fucking brick. Like, not this is the brick, but I don't get the pieces. Any other time I play the deck, bro, I get every single piece that I need and it goes great. But, I don't really want to discard this because I have to deal with this garbage ass tri-lane rush from Jet. I kind of need to draw, so I need this. So yeah, you gotta go. Come said 70 is so fucking cute. I'm honestly going back and forth whether I want to cut him or not. Those are decent, I guess. Because I've been using him here, and like I kind of like the list here. So let's see. What is my gut telling me? My gut is telling me not to soul charge, so I should soul charge. There we go. Alright. Hopefully he no guards this and I check like OT. And then we can get back in the game. Otherwise, I'm gonna go to 4 next turn with no cards in hand. Which is obnoxious. Alright. That's the worst thing I could have drawn because I guess I can use that as a guard, but that seems so pathetic that I'm gonna have to use that to guard next turn. But okay. Alright, I got him back, but I don't have what's her face, so it's kind of whatever. Oh. Sure thing. Surely this time I'll hit a defensive and not get bum rushed. Nope. We'll get bum rushed. God forbid I get to play this game. I don't have access to forward. I thought you hated him. I could guard this, I guess. Of course he does. I don't know why I ever bother guarding against him, because he always just checks the trigger anyways. It feels like everyone is doing rush early. Yeah. Alright, that turns off one attack. Actually, no, it turns off both attacks at least. So yeah, I should have just taken the attack, but it is what it is. I guess this is better. Oh no, this goes up. That's right. Never mind. If his next down is a fire, I'm gonna cry. I would unfortunately not be surprised. I do, but that's how I upgrade the deck. Oh my gosh. Sure, I guess I'll go to fucking 4. It's weird as Aaron gotta end. No, not enough. We need the transfer student late season. Of course, there she is. I'll just rage quit. Oh, if I just rage quit, man. Oh my gosh. What? Does this shit get 5k also? Attacks. Oh my god, he does get 5k. Alright. Alright. I guess I'll just go to fucking 5. Cause either drop PG with the piece that I need or PG drop PG. So I guess I'll go to fucking 5. I guess it's a dumbass deck. And then what other piece am I gonna lose the damage? That's great. That's great. That's fine. I don't want to draw that at least. Now what? Draws another card. Okay. Sounds fair. Sounds fair and balanced. Alright, that's awesome. I totally didn't want to search your dumbass. Oh my gosh. Like, if I had Lee's guy and her, it would be okay, but nope, I can't even get her. So now it's literally just fucking swing. And then just die next turn. If I could have at least guy and her, I should have at least counterblasted it or whatever, who cares. I could have maybe done something, but doesn't matter. I guess I can call this. There's no point. I guess I can try and push him. But there's no point. I don't know if there's a point in calling this out. Just to try and swing in. Because I'm just gonna overcall it with this guy. He's gonna get 10k. It's gonna be 10k shield, and he's gonna be a dick face and bot deck it anyways. So let's swing in here for 10. You'll probably guard it. I don't know. It's actually gonna take it. Okay, cool. Sounds fair. Sounds fair. Fun and fair. Yep. That's fine. I didn't want to do more than 1 damage anyways. Fair and balanced. Yep. I can't go Ophelia because she can't use her effect. I could technically use this, but what's the point? I want to call this, but he's just gonna bot deck it, so I don't know if it'll matter. I guess I just played the story. Oh, but what? Because this is nice because at least it's 15k shield, but he's gonna be an ass much and bot deck it. So people are asking for Ghidorah. Ain't no way people are asking for Ghidorah in standard. Thank God. Some semblance of justice, finally. Jesus. Something good finally happened. God. Yes. Lose your one of Noctur Zero. And your 5th Philia. Finally, something good happened to a good person. For once, something good has happened for me. Let's say Strides. And then they say Strides getting his generation boost. Sure thing. You want to go to 5 like I did, bro? You don't think it's based and cool that I went all the way to 5 immediately? You don't think that's cool? I don't even know if there's a point in attack. I might as well, I guess. I know he wants it in drop, but like I might as well kill it. I might as well just kill it. Like I know he's just gonna remove it, but might as well get rid of it so he doesn't have a body on board. I can maybe survive next turn. But it depends if he decides to bot deck this, but like I said, he's gonna be a butt muncher and he's gonna bot deck my shield. Common, yeah. Sounds fair. Guess now he plays 2 of them. Oh shit, my case is finally on its way. Let's fucking go. My case that I have to play tariffs for because of this dumbass country. Let's go. Maybe I'll actually get it in time. Like, on release date. I'm lucky. Let's go. And this other shit I got is also shipping. Let's fucking go. That's this one. Very, very nice, yeah. Presumably that means I should get it Friday exactly, I think. So I'll probably get my Philias and my case on Friday, which is dope. I could have used the grade 2 gaming strat against him. I literally could not have, because I had 2 cards. So I literally needed that twin drive. So I feel like if I grade 2 game, he's just gonna fill up his board. He would have done the same exact shit and I would have died because I'm at 5. To be honest, I don't think it would have mattered. They get the mega ship. That sucks. I do have. Of course, I lost 1 heal. I was gonna say I do have all my heals, but no, I lost 1 and the OT, so I guess I can't rely on that. Oh, does he have a bunch of grade 3s? No, thank God. He just has a grade 2. Of course, he gets to activate Philium to draw even more cards, which is great and cool for him. You know, I guess put the grade 2 in.
パワープラス
So this hits better numbers, yeah. And I don't know which one I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use a PG on this. I don't know, I'm just gonna take it and go play another game.
ダメージチェッ
I'll just die, so I don't have to deal with this shit anymore.
クいいぜいいぜ最高の気分だ
And then make sure that I block Sim from my friends list, so he never shows up. Whenever I want to have fun with a deck. Early aggression, huge hand, late game scaling, optimal board wide, resending banger, resending rear, bro has everything. Yep,
俺とファイト
they
だ
do
ファイ
indeed.
トだ
And they have the nerve to tell me the deck is bad and they need more support. But, let's see if I can get at least the promo this time would be nice. If I can get that. Nope. Okay. Well, I got Orange who can help me search it. Let's put these 3 back.
スタンドアップヴァンガード
Not ideal, but that's fine.
俺のターンドロ
Alright, that's not great. All these triggers in hand is not great. I guess I'll discard my piece
エネルギージェネレーターをセット
since I'm gonna get Dayushed.
ターンエンド
Oops.
俺のターンドロー
Sure thing, buddy. Sure thing. Whatever you say, Mr. Chrono Jet. Yeah, they want to throw. Sure thing. Enjoy your free points, I guess.
スキル発動
Want you to be B hero? I hope not. We'll know right away whether or not they search. But, oh, I didn't see them discard that. Yeah, I mean, granted, you can't play this at B heroes for soul, but yeah, because you can play that in any deck. I'm shocked that that hasn't gotten like used in some other deck because it's just literally discard go to soul. But it's probably not really needed in bracket right now. Probably the yep, die battles.
ヴァンガードにアタック
Chronojet being pushed is funny because when it came out, the G set 1 it was a bad aggro deck. Yeah.
ガード
ドライブチェック
Another base, good for them. Yeah, it wasn't very. Didn't really do much early on, and then they decided to make it do
タ
everything.
ーンエンド
俺のターンドロー
Okay, that's nice. Sucks that I can't use her right now, but that's fine.
ライトスキル発動
Yeah, that is that's not the greatest soul charge, to be honest.
コール
I ended up playing the original ride line over the Vladimir one just for the constant
アタック
2 soul, even though the Vladimir one deck thins and whatnot, and also because it gives me access to this guy that I can call out if I don't see anything else in soul.
パワープラス
But when I soul charge 2 triggers, it fucking hurts.
ノーガード
ドライブチェック
You can play 1 for the filter because the base and the soul
ドロー
can
トリガ
soul
ー
it in the deck if we don't draw it. That's true. But
パワープラス
if you're playing B heroes, you won't have the space, unfortunately. Good thing I didn't have a big turn like a big turn when I got a bunch of cards out. Ooh, yes, okay.
俺のターン
I don't have the
ド
other
ロー
douchebag, but we at least have her. Because I need her at least in drop. The other guy, if I soul charge him or whatever, that's fine. So, and then I can get cooking with gas.
スキル
I
発動
believe they can like skip a ride now, right? As they cosmically the battle to a hero card.
スキル発動
Does this get
スキル発動
doesn't get minus drive, it just does whatever it wants, okay.
パワープラス
Yeah, so I guess I'll try and guard with these. Well, I can probably only guard with this, I guess. So maybe if he attacks with this first, I'll take it. I'm assuming he'll attack with Vanguard first.
セットオーダー
But we'll see. Alright, let's play something else. Yeah, that's fine. That works. Ooh. Maybe one crit since you're on grade 2? Yeah, but it still has drive chucks, which sucks. I thought it was gonna have -1 drive at least, but no. This would be pretty bad otherwise, huh? Let's check the sound yet again, just to make sure. That's not cheap. I'm doing that weird shit again, huh? Why don't y'all tell me I was doing that weird shit? Oh, I done that.
Skill 発動 メリオルコールスキル発動パワープラス
There's Discord. I was doing that, I guess. No, maybe not. Because I muted Discord and then it started working.
Power plus.
So maybe it is, I guess it's the game audio. Yeah, I guess it's the game audio. Oh, right. Whoops. Sure, yes, I'll take that. I turned the mic back on. Test, test, test. Is that the mic? Okay, so I only have the mic on. Turn back Winamp. Okay, so I guess it's Winamp. Turn that off. Turn back the game audio. Okay, yeah, so I guess it was Winamp. Okay.
Good.
ドライブチェック
Turn it back on.
クリティカルプラス
Okay.
パワープラス
I guess that worked?
ドライブチェック
I
ク
got
リ
it.
ティカルトリガー
Why is our opponent's time at 0? I have no idea. I had the same issue last time where they would just go to 500.
パワープラス
I don't understand it. I'll check in a bit to see if it happens again. What did they check? Oh, cool. They checked a lot. I guess this, not that it matters, but I could technically put that back into Soul. Oh. Can I get another one? Okay, thank you. I'm not dead. Thank you very much. Cause not playing no sticky stride deck, so I actually get to survive. Thank you very much. But it does restand, doesn't it? Or is that on me? No, it does restand, so I'm gonna leave it. Thanks! By the way, thanks a lot. Thanks! Much appreciated.
No God.
Thanks, Sim. Now I get to go to 5.
Damage check.
Thanks a lot. Oh my gosh. There's another Persona ride. Can I like play one game with this dumbass deck where I don't go to 5 before going to grade 3? Good God, man. Can I play the game? Oh my lord.
No God.
Good God, man. Just let me play the damn game. It's bad enough I can't even get the shit that I need. Good God. It's probably because I'm using Senka. That's probably what it is. Alright, let's see if I can miracle draw into what I need. Nope. Fucking Laminia who keeps showing up when I don't need her. He does indeed like taking damage. This lets me do absolutely nothing, I guess. Great. Yeah, I need to pick a different character. This is not working out. I should have counterblasted all the guys, but whatever. Oh man. Why is this shit 15k on my turn, bro? What the fuck is this? I can't even play this stupid ass fucking card. I guess I can Soul Blast and draw. I guess I can do that because he's on grade 3. Oh man, I need that. Get rid of this. Pick Michiru so I can get block. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Of course, now I get the order, but kind of don't want it when I have 2 grade 3s in my hand. But whatever, it is what it is. This needs counterblast. What if I just counter deny him? No, I can't do that. Even if I wanted to, I can't do that. Because I will literally just die to 3 basic swings next turn with my hand. I have to drive check. And I have to call this out to survive. Sent me the bill for the shipping and it's quite the number. Oh dear. Good luck with that quick. Does brick really bad if it doesn't Persona around? Well, here's hoping that doesn't happen or I can put it into damage. Like they did to me. But excuse me. Blitz order. This is 33 for 1 to pass. Is that how we're gonna do? Or do you want to intercept? Okay, you're gonna throw this in for a no pass. Alright, that's kind of nice. That's alright, that's pretty nice too. So I should be able to survive here. I mean, now that you fucking did an attack, I mean, yeah, I should be able to guard 3 attacks now. So I don't know why you didn't just take that when you have no counterblast. I guess he can still restand, but he can't get power. So just shipping with triple digits? Good God, bro. Yeah, they all get 5k. I don't want him to draw and get 5k. So yeah, I don't see the point. I don't see the point. I have these 2 and this and this. I should be able to survive. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. No Persona ready. I should be able to survive now. Since they want to be cocky and block my Vanguard attack, they're just taking it to get the counter blast. Now they get counter denied, and hopefully I can use that to my advantage here. Everything has to be shipped in? Yeah. GG's quick. It's a good thing you're rich. You don't have to worry about that. Casual amount, yeah. Oh, I'm pretty sure he ordered a bunch for him and his friends.
滑り降るコール
Probably a local's worth of.
スキル発動
I guess they used one to put the soul, one to call it out. Sure thing. Yeah, probably a local's worth of Philias, so. Can't even
スキ
imagine.
ル発動
I thought I ordered a lot. Alright. Yeah, I think the counter die was good because they only have 4 cards in hand.
滑り降るコール スキル発動
This is what gives it a crit, right? So that's okay. Without Persona Ride, he can't bind to get a drive. So
ヴァンガードにアタック
this gets plus 10 now.
スキル発動
Yeah, so I can intercept with these 2
パワープラス
for 33.
Interceptor.
So that's why I really like using this guy over the Vladimir line, because he's a nice little clutch call out that you can have for 15k shield.
ヴァンガードにアタック
And the Vladimir line can whiff. I should just PG. But if he checks like 2 triggers. If he checks 2 triggers, I'm dead either way. Right.
Good.
Because I only have a PG and Cat. So yeah, if he checked more than 1 trigger, I'm dead. But he did not, so I'm fine.
ヒールトリガー
He cannot heal.
パワープラス
We can put that there. Does not break through. He can swing in again for 31, and I can guard with 33 with this. Since I guarded with this guy, and I still blasted out these guys before. So I'm gonna get spot. I just need to randomly draw into the grade 3, which I believe have all copies in my deck. No, I have one of them not in my deck, because I had to discard it. Yeah, so I can go ahead and use this. Gym Cat's don't appreciate it, yeah. It's decent. I put it in here just because like I figured I could maybe call it out if I really needed a counter blast, and I can use its effect, but getting the shield is nice because I do soul blast a hella. So I just play 1 copy. Does suck that I have to guard everything, but I do have this for next turn, which is good. I do unfortunately have to PG this.
スキル発動
Not a single damage trigger? Me? No. Well, I got... No, not entirely. I got hit with like 3 damage, but I healed twice. So... But yeah.
ターンエン
スタンド&ドロー
Alright. Laminia, get the fuck out of my hand! You were supposed to be here turns 1 and 2! Why are you showing up now, girl? What do you expect me to do with your dumb ass? Girl, you're giving me nothing right now! Oh my god. Alright, let's go ahead and use this.
スキル発動
So we can deck thin the deck. I might not have any copies left, but at least I get 10k.
パワープラス
I guess we'll power up Vanguard.
発動
If I soul charge him, he's fine. Nope.
パワープラス
We'll play this here.
コール
How do you feel about getting certain promos early in the new Dear Days DLC? I like it a lot. They did the same thing in the previous game, so I think it's really cool. Especially for English specifically, it's really cool. And it's one of the few reasons to actually play the game. Haha! Finally! Yes! I can draw cards! Alright, now I can show you guys what this deck fucking does 10 years later. Only took me getting reamed by Crotojet to show you what this deck does. Good God almighty. Do I have Aphelion Soul? I do. So I can turn this into, yeah, that might be a better play.
コール
Of course this battery's low.
スキル発動
Sure, we can fight after. We're gonna go ahead and call that here. Thank you very much. And we can go ahead and soul charge. Yeah, that's fine. I would have liked to draw that personally, but that's fine. Alright. Let's go to battle. Let's swing in here. Put on these headphones. Trump. It's my life against Eugene in a free fight. Drag Veda turn 2. Good God. So yeah, so I can Soul Blast also their guys here. Get big number. Which I guess they're gonna guard again. Okay, yeah, they're gonna learn their lesson. Like, I'm not gonna damage tonight again. Okay, they're gonna lose a base. And now the fun happens, so I can put this entire column into Soul. Draw one. Of course, it's my old team. And I can put this back into Soul. Then I can use this to Soul Blast herself and that PG to draw yet another trigger that I won't be checking. Then we can go ahead and swing in here for a die number. Power up Ophelia. Big number. And then use this here, EV4. Call this guy out yet again. Usually I would have a lot more soul, but since I had to use orange at one time, I unfortunately don't have as much soul as I would like. We'll swing in here with Twin Drive. See what they decide to do. They're gonna go ahead and PG this with only 4 cards. Alright. Also, if I was rich, I would have just ate the cost, but I'm charging everyone $1 extra per book. So I only have to eat $100 loss. Fair enough. Alright, that's not what I wanted to see, but at least it's 5k shield. That is also not what I wanted to see, and that is also no shield. Thanks, deck! That's fun. So we're gonna go ahead and put this into Soul. I'm gonna end with like 8 cards in hand, and I started my battle phase with 0. No, not 8. 6 cards. And swing in here. I don't have any Persona Rise, which sucks. So I don't have any ways to get her back. Which really sucks as well. That's matching, right? Why are you guarding so much, bro? What the heck? Do you need to guard? Just go take some damage, bro. God damn. Why didn't... Wait. 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 What happened to Philia? Did I accidentally cancel Philia? I think I accidentally canceled Philia trying to cancel her thing. Bro's making this game drag on way longer than it needs to. I might actually. Oh wait, no, I already have one in hand. Never mind, never mind. Physical card game, don't worry. Yeah, that's so dumb. Because they're both optional. I decided to say no to both of them. So dumb. But, oh well. No Persona Ride, only 2 cards in hand. Misclick on these sims, yeah, and there's no way to like take it back like you can in person or whatever. But, oh well. Let them resolve, I guess, this order nonsense for a bit so they can get their dragon back. Which deck got the most support in DLC? In this DLC that I like the most, the easy answer would just be Barrel Magnus, because that's my favorite deck of all time. It got a whole new form. Other than that, I don't really know if anything else got really supported off the top of my head. Petrolka, she got 2 cards, which I really like. I guess I like the Bladmeyer support because I use Velderock and Barrow. And I can't really think of anything else that got supported that's not just a new deck in set 4. So I guess those are my answers. What about yours?
ヴァンガードに当たる
What about you guys? I'm so tempted to just go to fucking. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm just so bored with this game.
インターセプト
Specifically, like I pushed so hard, and it's not gonna be like another 3 turns until I end this. Like I'm just gonna go to deck out or something like that. But actually, no, I die here, essentially, because I have no way to guard the Vanguard swing unless he does unboosted.
スキル発動
No, he gets an extra bit of power. Yeah, because I want to use this, and I can't use this because I don't have any more also guys to Persona Ride, so I can't get her back.
パワープラス
So the most I can do is guard with these two for 23, hope he checks nothing. Then throw this down, but then I die
Die either way, so like I'm dead no matter what. Unfortunately, I'm dead no matter what because then I can't guard the last attack. Do I have any heals left? Probably not. I have 1 heal left. Yeah, so that's my best play. And then I ulti the second attack, and then the last attack I have to take and hope I hit my last heal.
ドライブチェック
Master Duel Server Misclick is a classic. Granted, Yu-Gi-Oh player, no, it's also a classic. I just when it sucked, but at least it was fun to play. All right, sure thing. Whatever you say, hipster.
ヴァンガードに
I recently tried playing Barrow Magnus. What advice do you have for me? If you don't like the deck, don't play it.
It is not
It is not for the faint of heart. It is my favorite deck, but it's something I can't really recommend to people. But try out the Velderock that's in the set. I think it works really good with the deck because it allows you to soul charge something on turn 2 and then call it out, which you can do to get some early aggression, which allows you to have an easier shot to win the game. It's not an OTK deck. You're not going to win guaranteed on your grade 3 turn. So.
いい最高の気分だ
Alright, I'm tired of going to 5 instantly. Also play Philia. Philia is really good. So we're going to,
どのファイトをする
yeah, we're going to get rid of Senka.
どの武器を
We're getting rid of Senka. She's clearly a jinx. I'm not getting fucking pushed to 5 a third game in a row. I ain't doing that anymore. Thank you very much. We're gonna use Jinky. We're gonna use Jinky. Because he looks like maybe he works at a circus.
どのモードで遊ぶ
Right. And I see the 5k boost proc on the Philia. Oh, did it not show up at all? Because I played in order, because I had 2 Philias and one of them proc. If it didn't come, I would not be surprised if it didn't come up, because I don't remember canceling it. But that's the only thing that would make sense to me.
どのファイトをする
It didn't look like I went into it? Yeah. I'll have to go back and check. And Gravity is locked me in the DLC? Is he? No, he's not. He's in, no, he's in the base game. He's in set 3. Blue-haired Hexor player. Looks like they should be playing Barrow. Yeah. I originally thought that that's maybe they would have been playing. Where am I going?
どのファイトをする
Yeah, no, he's in set 3. Yeah, yeah. DLC is set 4. Make a room. Unless show disappeared. But, make the timing really long. No damage from the start, blah blah blah. Damn it.
どのファイトをする
Make a room. Son of a bitch. 300. Rizumi is the Mythiarch grade 1 double rare. That when you ride, you can call him out or put him at the bottom of the deck to draw. And his name, I think, literally is Rizumi. There we go, okay. You listen to your stream while you work? Fair enough. I appreciate you watching the stream either way. Maybe some other time we can play.
よろしくね
勝つぜ
Any VCers? What? Actions are too fast. How hot is it? I feel like I'm dying. It's probably because of the light. Yeah. Are you okay? Are you okay, buddy? Alright, let me turn on. Is that too dark? Alright, sorry. We're just gonna be a little dark for today. Because I'm melting. Okay, finally. Cards. As soon as I as soon as I dump Senka, I get a hand that I want to see, which is literally just these two. Finally. Oh, VC? That's too much work. It's too much work to do on stream. Let's just start this. So I have to fix the audio levels. No, I'll get voice call, yeah. VC yours is on silver. Ooh! Alright, we have full combo. I just need affiliate for next turn. Oh, female. So I can just draw, because it would be fun. Or orange would be fun too. But now I have a much more palatable hand. Because I literally die if I don't see these guys by turn 3, because then I can't draw cards, and then I can't stay in the game. So now I need to just not get crit sacked. I love how we played the same card. Essentially. But yeah, now I need to just not get crit sacked. Or not get tri-laned to 5. And maybe we can play an honest game event. This is a far cutter deck. I know what it is already because he was talking about it, but yeah. Shocking. The Saragon, who would have thought? That's fine. Wait for it. I want to affiliate activate and I drew a card. If that would have been better. If I would have like not lost last game. You're being rushed to 5-3 damage in a row, right? To 5-3 games in a row, I should say, right? Hopefully not. That would have been nice to draw, but it is what it is. It's fair and honest Vanguard. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, Chrono Jet player. Go time leap into a wall or something. We can, I guess, discard this now. Hopefully we can get some decent hits off of this. Alright, I'll take that. That's pretty good right there. That's pretty good. No point in playing this, I don't think. I'll save that. So I think we just swing in here. So, like, time right with the audio. Good. Next turn. I can call it out and I have this. So I'm in a pretty good position outside of, you know, again, him calling out an entire board. or like checking crit, or like calling out Blaster Dark, like who rides Blaster Dark and then hits crit. Outside of that, I should be okay this time, but we'll see. Makes sense if she actually did time wipe. Shut up. It's your logic. Hell off. Oh, what the fuck? Isn't this like CB1 draw 2? No, okay. Never mind, I'm thinking of a different card. Retire this, give one of yours, think. I mean, I guess? Of course he discards a promo. And I discarded too. Go time leap in the traffic, yes. I was gonna say something more vulgar. So I just went for it, so I can't. I'm too dark. That looks scary. I was gonna say something more vulgar. So I was resolved to into a wall. I don't know about the dual nation in this. You literally already have a card that does that. Sure. Gonna whiff, gonna call Tranquilla. It is not Blaster Dark, thankfully. Are gonna call it the dual nation here. Because what do you even call from this? Like, I guess you can call this, but or dog, I guess. It's just to call dog. Usual kind of thing of just live or die by fucking dog, I guess. Sure. Why call anything else when Saragon exists, right? Sure thing. Fair enough. I don't really want to lose this. I could use 2 counterblasts, so that's fine. Unless he heard me. And he's stream sniping, he's gonna attack. Okay. He usually attacks my rears, but I can block it. So I can take this, which is fine. This is bad. Oh, there's Startex would do worse. I mean, I don't want to say he did bad. I'm not saying it's the best deck either. But I did get that used to double critted. And then restood with that crit. Right, and then I had Chrono Jet tri-lane me while drawing 50 cards. Right. While they 1 second. So definitely did not have the odds in my favor, to say the least. But... oh my god, that's stupid. Please get a defensive. Oh my god, I'm gonna go to 4. Oh my god. Thank you. Fucking hell. Jesus, stop pushing me to 5. My god. Dear god. Just once. Well, if he gets my grade 3 turn while being already almost dead. Good god. Alright. Let's see what he does here. Of course he does. I told y'all. Told y'all he was gonna do that shit. This is only 25. I'm not about a PG for that shit. It's annoying ass. He's probably laughing right now as he has the stream in the background. Logically, I could do the PG, discard this. Because that gives it. I'm gonna get so much value off keeping this that I might end up just drawing into more shield. He's on a grade 3, so that's only 25. Vintage, I would not be happy to push the 4. No, thank you. Okay, I did get Furia. Okay, so I'm gonna be able to draw a lot of cards here. So yeah, that was the right play. So, all right, discard that. Go into Osler Ice. Resolve this effect first. Because I have to have 4 more cards in Soul. Draw 1. Of course, it's my ulti. Activate this. Take out this. Call her over here. Use Laminia. Take out this in case I see Cat. Put that on the bottom. Draw 1. Fine. I'll take that. Use this. Get plus 10. Add this to hand. Okay, call this. Activate this. I will still charge 1. That's not great, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. I'm gonna call this here. I kind of want to use this and be greedy, but I think I'll save it. Yeah, I guess I can find out. But I did activate it. You all saw me activate an order. So, we'll swing in here. And we'll use this so he can't just drop a trigger. So less than 1. Going to 26. Cool. Use her effect. Put these both into Soul. Drawing 1. Then putting from my drop into Soul. It doesn't really matter. Sure. Then activating this, Soul Blasting her so I can use her again next turn. And I guess her. Draw 1. Ugh, that's annoying. Okay. I was gonna say, depending on my draw, I might use something else. I might call out the other guy to get shield, but I think it's fine. I think we'll call this guy out anyways. Because I can put him in with this guy, and I did save him, so I might as well use that effect, right? I'm gonna be real upset if Philia's bugged, because Saragon works just fine. So that'd be really dumb, but... Ooh, spicy. I think we'll give the crit here power here. Yeah, I could have probably broken through. I believe in my deck. Me when I lie. Woo. Okay. Attack here. And we'll Soul Blast again, so you can't just drop a trigger for this. You have to drop either Intercept or drop 2 cards or take it. Unfortunately, I won't be able to draw from this because I use Lemme too many times, but it is what it is. And because I didn't get another Philia, still behind Vanguard. Otherwise, I would be able to draw from this again. Then swinging here. Okay, there's Philia. Okay, this time she did activate. See, I don't know what happened that other game. Put this into Soul, just so I can draw 1. And I could activate his skill at that point, but I don't have enough cards in Soul, so it doesn't activate. Oof, that's rough. Not the best defensives, to be honest, for him, because he lost 2 of the grade 3 and now his Persona Ride. So. I actually could use that back, to be honest. Getting that back might not be that bad of an idea. I think I'll drop one of these, which I can then put back into Soul. I already got the order for next turn. I don't know if that's accurate, by the way. If you can add any copy of that, I thought it has to be specifically the copy that you've played, but I guess it says choose one, so never mind. I guess that is accurate. She knows she's being watched this time? Yeah. Unfortunately, the Ceresal ride line is not very good. The Oslogeist one is like fine. You're required to pay the Astrum one. The Triumph Dragon one is like okay, but there are so many better options. The Cristianos one is fine. And the Marlene one is actually kind of cool. But there are better options you can play. It is already 8:30, good god. So I hate playing this game whenever I talk and yap about other stuff. Because I only play like 2 games and then it becomes late as fuck. For the prophecy of 10 cards in hand, exactly. And I could have had 1 more card in hand if I had 1 more card in Soul, because then I could have drawn from the grade 3 going to Soul. So I could have drawn more cards. But I can basically do this every turn, where I end my turn with like 10 cards in hand. As long as I can Persona Ride, essentially. Because then I can call out the girl, and then I can call out the grade 3, and so on and so forth. But right now I don't have any other copies of the grade 3, but yeah. And we'll see what this turn looks like from our opponent. Excuse me. Any day now. Yeah, I really don't know why it is that every opponent I face, they just have 0 time. I don't get it. Okay. Gonna overcall that. Alright. And they didn't call out the Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief. I would have called this. Oh, you don't have any soul. Why don't you have any soul? Why don't you have any soul? I guess maybe they discarded Spiral Cutie and I missed it. Yeah, because I would have called this out instead. And you could put this behind Vanguard and whatnot, but alright. Yeah, I guess they used Spiral Cutie just now that I missed it. I feel like that would have been the better play. You should have discarded this, because you can call this from drop and it gets 10k. Then you could have called out the grade 1 here. You could have bounced this back to your hand to use it again next turn. Right. And you could have called this over Tranquila, who this at least has an effect, and then if you're playing Cat, that activates Cat for you. But yeah, muscle memory from Raziel, probably. Train here. Thought he got 5k for something, but I guess not. I could take this, go to 4. So he can't double heal. I guess he can still double. No, he can't double heal still. No, that's fine. I don't need another copy of that. Might drop OT for Vanguard. I don't know. So he's gonna retire that. Give Vanguard 10k. Alright. I unfortunately only have 1 unit because of the way my deck works, so this dumbass dog is active. Either is the anti-superior red blitz order? No, that is a brainwash roller. That is on that art. And then I don't know what he's gonna call from drop here. Alright, yeah, you could have done this way better. Because this would have been 30k and that would have been a lot more threatening. But, while still getting like the 10k over here and all that jazz, I don't know. I feel like this could have been better sequenced, personally. That is 2 to pass, right? Yep. Alright. Alright, I see where this is going. It's been real, guys. What's going on Thursday? Oh my god. What are the reveals for Thursday again? I forgot. Oh, it's what is it? Michu and Charmat, yeah, Zorga and Claudine, and then I don't remember. Is there a Keter one? Is there a Keter one? Yeah, there's the Lyrical Ace unit and presumably the grade 3. We'll find out if she's getting one. I only have 2 counter blasts. I can call Orange, so yeah, that's fine. You can have that. Yeah, did they confirm the Lyrical triple rare? Or are we just assuming that they are? Because I don't know if they... I don't remember them confirming it. No Keter double support? Okay, so then what else are they revealing? I could have swore I saw Luon somewhere, but I'm probably just making that up. If I go to 5, he can't heal. Feels bad, but sure. He still has heals, right? Yeah. Or I can heal, because I'm awesome and based. He has 8 cards. I don't think we'll end this here, but we could with some really good triggers. Unfortunately, that is a draw trigger that I drew into, but okay. Yeah, that's a tomato. So it's Claudine, Zorga, and then it's Charmant Michu. But I don't remember if there's another one. You know, I know I don't have any copies, but it's gonna be on place Eureka. I mean, on place Frenchette. You mean, or on place that one order the Lyrical has, or on place. I forgot to play the order, or I was gonna press the order, but that is not what I wanted to do. If I'm being honest with you. That's not what I wanted to do. Yes, it is indeed exhausting. So I was saying I hate playing these on stream because they take so damn long. Okay, I can fix this. I can fix this. Kind of sequence wrong? Yeah, I guess. Sure. Okay, why didn't she ask me to do that? Oh, because I don't. Yeah, why didn't she ask me to do that before? I don't remember her asking me to soul charge before. Did I just miss that? Whatever. So now I can do the cool thing where I can swing in here. And I can Soul Blast All-Star guys, get 15k, put him right back in, so that I can then put it into Soul, call out Turin, is it? Tilligan. And I can call out Tilligan again, and then Soul Blast out that same exact copy for 15k again. They're gonna hit a defensive here. So what is the Dark States pile? I don't think we really have a Dark States pile. Dark States generics are actually really bad. Unfortunately, aside from Philia. And I guess Cyclers if you want to count those. That into Soul, use this. Get her out of Soul. Draw not a trigger. Swing in here. Use my skill here. Call this out. Lag almost made me call something else out. Turn would have been slightly better had I gotten to use the order, but it's whatever. Yeah, the good thing is that in set 7 we get a grade 2 double rare that lets you call out this girl again from your soul so you can draw more cards in the same turn. It's only a matter of times when it happens. I would kill for some more playable cards in Dark States, to be honest. Crit, please. Thank you. Thank you, Duck. So this is gonna be 48, and he's at 5, so I think we'll split this up. Then Tillian can get big. I don't have any copies, so I should have switched these two, but it's whatever. I don't really want to put that at the bottom of my deck because it's the right deck copy. To make you want to use your engine cards? No, they are not. Dark Stakes sucks when it comes to that. They refuse to give us actual generic cards, and it's obnoxious. The only generic cards are the ones that soul charge, and that's it. And it sucks butt. Oof, that's a drop ulti for this. And I don't have the power to activate this. Hopefully Philia doesn't fuck me again. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to review the VOD and see why she didn't activate that one time. I'm guessing I just tapped B too fast. Yeah, at least both our OTs are out. Well, not that he knows that, I guess. Alright, so he does have the PG here. So yeah, that's why I didn't call final turn, because I figured he's going to survive this turn. Do I have one of these in damage? Because I rode one. I searched my deck, I didn't have any. But I only have one in drop. Oh, I have two in drop. Ah, I could have activated it. Ah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I could have activated this. I thought I only had one. Yeah, because I could have put one of his units into soul. But that's kind of pointless. I don't really want to activate this. So I don't remember if they use Zarathul's skill to search for Persona right, but I'm assuming they did. I don't know if I can play this. I probably can, but let's go to Master Duel, which has been safe for the most part. Okay. What sucks about this too is that I can't like speed up the skill activation like you used to be able to, but alright, he's going to search. He's still nope, he's in main phase. He decides to not Soul Blast to use the promo at all. He's instead just going to do Raziel. He's not going to use any of the cards for the actual deck. He's just gonna stick to Keter stuff. This can be called from drop, right? Yeah, so he's gonna be able to at least countercharge, I guess. Yeah, he would have been in such a better spot if he had just discarded this the previous turn. Oh well. Okay, you got your win Meteor game. Fair enough. You finished it before I can finish mine. I don't need this, and I don't need orange, I guess. But I can also take it. PG the Vanguard. Make sure he doesn't heal.
No god.
That's fine. I have one on board. I can somewhat cycle here, so that should be okay. I think this could be the second best. To be honest, it might be better than also the guys in terms of consistency, but also the guys are just able to draw so many cards, which just makes it able to like compete with other decks. But this is just a lot more like grounded. So you can't OT, so I can draw mine safely. As much as I don't want him to have that information. But in case he does some shit like this, I have the PG. Okay. It's funny, had I done this to put one of his rear guards into soul, this would not be active. He would have to call an extra card, but oh well. Excuse me. This is just gonna be 38, so he's gonna energy charge, which is interesting. So I'll PG this one. I guess I can discard this. I kind of don't want to, but it makes the most sense to discard her. Do better making big numbers in big hand. I mean, I don't know about big hand. He doesn't really plus in any meaningful way aside from like this, right? But that's not really a Zarathul specific thing, so. He's actually gonna go for game? Okay, good. But I can just do this now. That's how it makes it 5 attacks. It does make it 5 attacks. Doesn't make making circuit plus though. But it does make it 5 attacks, yes. But it also means that they can't really play Tetrafall or Wisdom or any of that stuff, right? I don't really have a lot of triggers left. But I think I'll call Final Turn because it's my last Persona, right? Don't fail me now, Jinky. Ooh. Ooh, that is spicy. I could just call it from hand and draw more cards, but is that better? I don't know if that's better. Let's draw more cards. I'll just call it. Yes. I don't really need counterblasts anymore, to be honest. Since I haven't seen any of the Pigment Dragon. I just saw the one early, and that was it. So, ooh, I could be spicy. I could be spicy and like call it to this column, so I can go 1, 2, 3, call it here, then boost with the other, and then put him to soul that way. I could do that. Let's try that. Is that that, or I can put like Persona Rides back and like put 2 of his cards into his soul. But let's do this first. Swing in here, don't boost. Don't use that because I need the soul. Swing in here for 20. Ask for either the front I know he has, but more than likely a heal or a crit or something like that. Gonna drop this and then intercept, sure. And then I can do a big number. Here, okay. In Pokemon game, this is not all a Pokemon game. This is Eternal Duel Soul. And then swing in here for 46. So that should ask for the front and the trigger, which will make the Vanguard harder to guard. And I can put this into soul, maybe. Yep. And then the other thing he checked was the Spiral Cutie. So I don't know what else is in his hand, just based from last turn, but we're gonna go ahead and put this whole column into soul. Whoop. Draw into, I didn't see what. Not a trigger. That's all I care about. 12 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 of them are triggers. I will not activate this. I will simply believe that I have the crit on top of the deck. And we'll call this over here. Hacha. And it's plus 10. Now this time it'll be 56. And hopefully with a crit. Gonna do 1 to pass. Haha! I knew I should have drawn. Let's fucking go. Too good. Too good. Disregard the other 2 games that I did. I'm too good right now. Crit. It was indeed Senka. And I still had a bunch of cards for next turn, right? Because I had 6, and I was gonna draw at least 2 more, so I would have 8 cards. And I could have gotten Persona Ride after that. Because I could have used this to get Persona Ride for next turn, so. Yeah, Jenkins' force is pretty good. That was almost scary, but yeah. I had to bank on no trigger? Yeah, that's fair. I figured there was gonna be a trigger, knowing my luck, so that's why I didn't draw with the grade 3. I guess it wouldn't have mattered because I would have hit a crit after that, but yeah. GG's. You had PG for the last attack? Oh damn, yeah, you're gonna need it. It was gonna be like 6 or 56. So with your 4 card hand, unless you had PG, you weren't gonna be able to guard it. So yeah, that was the right play. But I just happened to get lucky. I mean, skill, pure skill. I looked into also the guy's face, his horns, and they showed me that triggers were coming, so I decided not to draw. Yeah, your turns were mega scuffed, yeah. You did a bit of a misplay on the first grade 3 turn, but it is what it is. It's literally your first, second time playing that deck. Alright. Thank you, Joe, for the game. So I don't know what you discarded for turn 3. I wasn't paying attention, I was talking. But if you discarded Spiral Cutie, unless Spiral Cutie gave you the dragon, the Revenge Dragon, or whatever the hell he's called. But if you had the Revenge Dragon, you should have discarded that instead of Spiral Cutie. Then you could have called out the grade 1, and then you could have bounced the grade 3 to use him again. But if you didn't, and Spiral Cutie gave you the grade 3, then that's a different story. And then you could have called that grade 1 that you called onto the other column over Tranquila, and then that would have given you a better column here to then retire, and then you could have called the grade 2 from drop, which would have been bigger numbers. Yeah, but if you drew him into with Spiral, then yeah, it is what it is. There's not much you can do about that. Then that was the better play. I mean, getting the grade 3 is pretty good. I'm sorry, the grade 1 is still pretty good. But yeah, it's not as good as... I mean, it's good in Sarassel, but it's not as good as it is in this deck. Tomato time next? I don't know what that means. I guess you mean next stream? Yes, we'll talk about the tomato. Maybe if it's good enough, I'll even test it early. We'll see. But alright, thanks everyone for tuning in today. We'll be back Thursday. We'll talk about the Michu Charmut card, the Charmut card, the Zorga Claudine card, and the Lyrical Ace in grade 3, and whatever else they might have in store for Thursday's stream. And then we'll probably play some more Deer Days, since we're in that weird era where the reveals are slow and I can actually play Deer Days. Hopefully I'll talk less shit less time, since I don't have to talk about the anime. We'll probably play a little bit more Deer Days. But in any case, thank you all for stopping by. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, your morning, your evening, your night, your whatever. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Play Vanguard and have yourselves a damn good one. Peace, y'all.
どのファイトをする？どのモードで遊ぶ？
カードファイト。